My grandfather awakened the S-class ferocious beast, the purple gold divine dragon. My grandmother awakened the SS-class mythical beast, the azure spirit serpent emperor. But in this world where everyone awakens monsters, I ended up awakening a dilapidated house with absolutely no connection to monsters. Right when the entire school faculty and students were all mocking me, calling me useless, the newly awakened house suddenly emitted a strange sound. Congratulations, you have awakened the 10 ferocious divine palace. By completing 10 trials, you can awaken the ancient 10 ferocious beasts. And today just happens to be the awakening ceremony at Starsea Monster Academy. At this moment, a graceful woman walked toward the awakening platform. It was my campus queen girlfriend, Liu Ryan. As she gently placed her hand on the awakening stone, a blinding light instantly covered the entire venue. Everyone gasped in shock at the sight. With this aura, she's guaranteed at least a grade A. She might even reach S-class. As the light on the stage faded, Liu Ryan transformed into a beast resembling a deer. It turned out to be an S-class azure feather spirit deer, and she's the top-tier healer type. Everyone present erupted in excitement. For the record, the azure feather spirit deer is legendary for its healing power on the battlefield. It's highly coveted by any holy squad. Moreover, quality of monster awakenings, up to SS class, is divided into 7 tiers. Grade A is already considered genius. S class is for the truly elite. They are destined to join the top 4 holy squads in the future. SS class is pretty much a national treasure. And SS class is on another level entirely. So Liu Ryan's future is undoubtedly limitless. At this moment, Liu Ryan started walking toward me. She looked at me calmly and said, "Good luck later." Seeing that, I clearly felt Liu Ryan's attitude had changed. After nodding, I walked onto the awakening platform. I placed my hand on the awakening stone. Suddenly, an ominous shadow of a palace appeared in the sky, suspended right above my head. Hey dude, are you in the wrong scene? Other people are all awakening monsters, but I woke up a house. And the craziest part is this house is only grade D. Totally hopeless. Remove him, get him out of here. Everyone kept ridiculing me at the sight, but I was full of confusion at that moment. In the palace, some words appeared. Congratulations for binding the 10 ferocious divine palace. Complete 10 trials to awaken the top 10 ancient ferocious beasts. The first trial has begun. Please swallow the awakening stone in front of you within 1 minute. Failing to do so means the task fails. The palace will automatically unbind. If the task succeeds, you'll pass the Super SSS level Touty trial. The host can transform and gain Touty power. I was a bit astonished. Looking at the gigantic stone in front of me, I fell silent during the awakening. Meanwhile, down below, Principal Jin Pingtao gave orders to the dean next to him. Don't let this loser waste any more time. Disqualified from the exam. Expelled from school, make him move out of the dorm immediately. And within a month, he has to pay the overdue tuition. Otherwise, we'll hand him over to the law. The dean nodded and walked toward me, say, I have something to inform you. Since you haven't paid tuition for a year, the school has decided to expel you. You need to move out of the dorm within 1 day and pay back the owed tuition within a month. Otherwise, you'll be handed over to legal authorities. With that, he handed me a notice of expulsion. Meanwhile, Liu Ryan also walked toward me at this moment. I have something to tell you as well. I've awakened an S-class monster, while you awakened a useless grade D item. We're not on the same level anymore. Let's break up, she finished, then turned and walked off the platform. But just then, the Divine Palace's voice sounded again. 1 minute left. Host, complete the trial immediately, or the Divine Palace will unbind. Hearing this, I directly picked up the awakening stone before everyone and shoved it right into my mouth. Everyone was dumbfounded. Meanwhile, my consciousness had entered into the 10 ferocious treasure hall. It was a void filled with starry seas. In the distance, 10 enormous statues were shrouded in darkness. One statue's eyes suddenly lit up intensely. Scarlet blood light. The next second, A colossal blood-colored beast, as massive as the stars, stood amidst the galaxy. The beast had a human face on a feline body, its eyes under the armpits, tiger fangs and human claws, blood-red patterns all over its body, looking like burning hellfire. Scarlet eyes emitted intense murderous aura. Right after, the beast let out an earth-shattering, universe-shaking roar. It opened its mouth and inhaled. Something incredible happened. All the stars in the sky were pulled toward it by an immense force. They all poured into its abyss. The vast mouth devoured the starlight, and everything went dark. I was utterly stunned by this sight. Devouring stars and spitting out moons, using the sun, moon, and stars as food. Is this the Super SS grade Towdy beast? I had actually awakened such a mythical creature. At that moment, Towdy's scarlet gaze locked onto me. It opened its bloodthirsty jaws and lunged at me. Meanwhile, a surge of information flooded my mind. Ding! Congratulations, you have completed the first Towdy trial. Obtain Towdy's power. Host can transform into a Super SS grade Towdy. Obtain Towdy inheritance of talents. Talent 1. Unlimited devouring. Everything in heaven and earth can be food for Towdy. Whatever enters is converted into pure energy, 100% nourishing itself. Talent 2. Unlimited plundering. Plunder others' talents and abilities, and use them as your own. Can only be used once. The plundered will permanently lose that talent, but the target's power can't exceed your level by more than one tier. Talent 3. Desolate King Rage. Towdy enters a berserk state. Attack, defense, recovery all multiplied tenfold. Until the enemy dies, the battle won't end. But beware, this talent causes serious physical harm. Use with caution. After reading the talent info, I couldn't help but widen my eyes. These talents are absolutely overpowered. At this moment, the 10 ferocious divine palace's voice sounded again. Ding! Towdy's first trial is complete. Now issuing the second trial, 10,000 Beast Stone. Successfully devour 10,000 bronze-level monsters. To complete it. After completion, obtain Towdy skill inheritance. Heaven-slaying divine spear, blood prison, nether blood flames. Meanwhile, at the awakening platform, Principal Jin Pingtao rushed to the stage in a fury. Why are you all just standing around? Go call the police. Get the military law enforcer. This kid damaged the awakening stone, he's going to jail. Just then, I suddenly opened my eyes and got up from the ground. You finally woke up. Let me tell you, this awakening stone is worth 5 million. You must pay. When Jin Pingtao met my gaze, he suddenly felt his heart race in terror. He was actually frightened by my eyes. Next second, a blood flame enveloped my whole body. The aura of ferocity spread through the air, causing everyone to hold their breath. Because the aura was so violent and savage. It felt just like facing those wild monsters in the ruins. A sense of déjà vu. As a deafening roar echoed, the blood flame faded away, and a tall blood-red figure appeared on the scene. This figure is over 3 meters tall, covered entirely in black and red armor. Blood-red flames outline large patterns on the armor, as if from a hellish scene, truly chilling. On its chest, there's also a fierce head with tightly shut eyes. This is my awakened ferocious Towdy. Normally when monsters awaken, there are 2 modes, beast form and human form. On the battlefield, human form is mainly for fighting. Beast form mostly supports. Right now, everyone present is shocked and curious. Shocked at the overwhelming aura of my awakened monster. Curious because they have never seen this monster before. The class is clueless about its level. Homeroom teacher Huang Pio Sang is quite surprised. As a B-level monster himself, he actually feels suffocated standing near me, which shows my monster's level is definitely above B, maybe even higher. He asks Principal Jin Pingtao for instructions. Principal, what do you think? Jin Pingtao responds after hearing this. Since Tiangong has awakened, and seems to have awakened a powerful monster, there's no need to expel him anymore. But the most urgent task is to test Tiangong's level. My awakening stone has already been eaten by me. Jin Pingtao, with no other option, had to call up some old friends who are competitors and temporarily borrow their academy's awakening stone. At this moment, after I exited my transformation mode, I also guessed the principal's selfish thoughts. Since you chose to expel me, then I absolutely won't join you again. Starsea Monster Academy. While I was still thinking, high above in the sky, a huge dragon's shadow covered the ground. Everyone was surprised to see this. It's actually a wild-horn wyvern, a water-type flying monster, known as the ace pilot of the skies. Who's this big shot coming here? A student's awakening. How could it attract a gold-level powerhouse? Just then, 3 figures suddenly jumped down from the wyvern, and the wyvern transformed into a middle-aged man as he landed. They are from Gale Monster Academy, Zijin Monster Academy, Baihai Monster Academy, and Yingfeng Monster Academy, the principals. The 4 of them walked over to Jin Pingtao holding awakening stones. Old Jin, we've brought the awakening stones. The biggest one is even stronger than yours. You old geezers. I know exactly what you're scheming. I heard it all even while I was in Indonesia. Hand it over. Jin Pingtao took the awakening stone from the 4 and placed it on the awakening platform. Then Jin Pingtao kindly addressed me. The awakening stone you swallowed earlier, I won't hold it against you. Now I got you a new one. Put your hand on it to test your level. Since you've performed so well, the expulsion notice is also rescinded. But after hearing that, a mocking cold smile appeared at the corner of my mouth. Sorry, Principal. Since I've already been expelled, I won't ever join Starsea Monster Academy again. What, you're not joining? Jin Pingtao's face changed dramatically. Tiangang, our Starsea Monster Academy, is the best academy in all of Starsea State. We can provide you the best education and resources. Don't joke with your own future. Yet, I ignored him and repeated exactly what I just said. Fine. I hope you don't regret this. Jin Pingtao walked aside with an ugly expression. Homeroom teacher Shuang Piaosheng wanted to persuade me, but Jin Pingtao stopped him right away. Mr. Huang, our Starsea Academy isn't that low. Let's not even talk about whether he's a level. Even if he is, we don't lack. Spoiled and arrogant. People with terrible character. We don't want them. As soon as he said this, the 4 other principals immediately started fighting over me. Young man, your principal doesn't want you. Join our Gale Monster Academy. We only have 2 S-level students. You'll get a ton of resources. Come to Zijin Academy. We have just 1 S-level, so you'll get even more. Our Baihai Monster Academy doesn't have a single S-level. All the resources will be focused on you. Guarantee you'll get top grades. Join our Yingfeng Academy. Although we also have 1 S-level student, we're the academy with the most beautiful girls in Starsea. Didn't you just break up? Come to our academy. Pick whichever pretty girl you like. The students present were dumbfounded watching the 4 principals fight. All stunned, and Jin Pingtao's face got even darker. Why are you all fighting over him? What's the rush? Let him test his level first. He may not even be S-level. At this point, my gaze fell on Liu Ryan in the audience. I can't wait to see her expression after my level is revealed, to see what her face looks like. At this moment, as I pressed my hand on the awakening stone, a dazzling light instantly illuminated the whole venue. But the next second, the awakening stone suddenly shattered. Everyone was stunned by what they saw. You have to understand, awakening stones can handle talents from Earth to S level. This kind of situation means my talent is above S level. Since Starsea Monster Academy was founded, only once 30 years ago did an awakening stone shatter. That student awakened an S-level celestial dragon. It shocked the entire Starsea region. A top monster university in Magic City sent people to recruit him immediately. After graduation, he joined the Holy Corps with no exams. Later, he left the Holy Corps to form his own, founded the new Holy Corps and became its leader. That Holy Corps is the top team in all of Yangsha. Now, in the military, they're all battle kings.
His name is remembered by everyone in Starsea State.
Jiyu Yumu, leader of the Chanyu Holy Corps, one of the 36 battle kings of Daxia. Now, Liu Ryan watched everything unfold before her. She couldn't believe her eyes. Her knees buckled, and she fell straight to the ground. The academy principal saw this, and fought even harder to recruit me. It's S level. This kid is fixed for my Gale Academy. We don't want those 2 S levels anymore. Whoever wants them can have them. If you're not taking them, We're not either at Baihai. I'll make all students repeat a year. All resources go to Tiangang alone. You two are ruthless. We at Zijin can't go that far. But I'll use my son's wedding money to buy resources for Tiangang. We have lots of rich women at Yingfeng. As long as you come, Tiangang, they'll spend endless money on you. The four major monster academies were fighting non-stop. None of them noticed Jin Pingtao, who was so regretful he was practically gritting his teeth to dust. Don't celebrate too soon. Whenever a genius above S level appears in any of the 72 states, 36 districts, it must first be reported to the military. The military will bring a special awakening stone to test their level, and most likely they won't need to attend high school. They'll be recruited directly by prestigious schools. Stop fighting over him. It might all end up for nothing. Hearing this, the four principals looked at Jin Pingtao disdainfully and snorted. So what? As long as he's affiliated with our school, it's worth it. An SS rank genius, graduated from so-and-so academy. That's exactly what we're after. Didn't your Shanghai Academy only stay ahead of our Big Four? Because of Jiu Yumo all those years ago? You're dreaming. I've already reported this to the military department. They'll arrive soon with a new awakening master, who can measure the exact rank. What if he's SS rank? Will you have to sell your schools then? At this moment, Jin Pingtao was filled with immense regret. If only he hadn't burned his bridges. Meanwhile, Mo Rushan, the head of the Shanghai military department, suddenly stopped his pen. What did you say? Shanghai Monster Academy produced an awakened above S rank? The 5 deans are requesting to use the military awakening chamber? Yes, sir. This news came directly from Shanghai Monster Academy. It's absolutely certain. The deans of the other 4 academies are also present. And it's being live-streamed to all of Xuanzhou. Hearing this, Mo Rushan opened the stream and watched me, lost in thought. This kid Tiangang looks a bit familiar. Sir, Tiangang is the son of Luo Zhuan and Lin Qingxin. What? Mo Rushan looked shocked. 3 years ago, on the casualty list of the Shanghai Province War of Destruction, were the names Luo Zhuan and Lin Qingxin. They were both exceptional military warriors, especially my father, Luo Zhuan. Before the war, he had passed the assessment for one of the 4 great holy regiments, the Crimson Holy Regiment. He had the chance to join them and soar to greatness, but unfortunately, he fell in battle. Back then, Mo Rushan had lamented their loss for a long time. So it's him. Quick, bring the awakening stone. I'm going to Shanghai Monster Academy personally this time. But just then, a faint chuckle came from outside. Mo Rushan was stunned. He rushed out of the room, only to see up in the sky a massive pterosaur flapping its wings. A shadow that blotted out the sun covered most of the military base. On the back of that dragon stood 2 tall, upright figures. Mo Rushan turned pale with shock upon seeing them. Then, he bowed respectfully to the middle-aged man on the dragon's back. The visitor was none other than Jiu Yumo, one of the 36 war kings of Great Xia. He smiled faintly and said, Chief Mo, it's been a long time. He then grabbed the shoulder of the young man beside him and leapt down from the pterosaur's back. Mo Rushan looked up at the young man beside Jiu Yumo. I haven't had the chance to seek guidance from War King Jiu since we parted 10 years ago. Might I ask who this is? Jiu Yumo smiled faintly. This is my son, Jiu Lingshao. He just finished his awakening ceremony last month. He awakened an SS rank monster. I saw he was unsatisfied and feeling low, so I brought him back to see the place where I grew up. This boy grew up in the imperial capital. His mother spoiled him too much, and he's become arrogant. It's time he looked down at the rest of the world. So what if he's SS rank? Talent determines the floor. But does it determine the ceiling? The son of Jiu Yumo must never be mediocre. Hearing this, Mo Rushan was inwardly shaken. Is this what the imperial clans expect of their direct descendants? 20 years ago, after marrying the eldest miss of the Qin clan, one of the 5 major clans, Jiu Yumo had resided in the imperial capital. The Qin clan of the imperial capital was a prominent family in Yangsha. Qin Anlin, the eldest miss, had 2 younger brothers, who were military generals, and an older brother who was a military lord. The Qin family had 2 generals and 1 king in a single generation. Now adding Ji Yungo, that made it 2 generals and 2 kings. Old man Qin himself was one of the 9 heavenly kings of Great Xia. He came from a background of absolute power. For a family like this, it was only normal to have high expectations for Jiyu Lingxiao. Then Jiyu Yuno asked, by the way, you just mentioned Shanghai Monster Academy. Another genius awakened an SS rank monster? Mo Rushan replied, yes. However,
he is no longer a student of Shanghai Monster Academy.
If War King Jiyu is interested, we can talk more on the way. Let's go take a look together. Jiyu Yumo nodded. Then let's take my divine horn pterosaur. I captured it in the ruins on my way here. It'll suffice as a basic means of transport. But Mo Rushan's heart was once again filled with stormy waves. One must know that the divine horn pterosaur was an S-rank monster in the monster slaughter ratings. This particular one's strength was at the blue jade level, on par with his own. In the military, it would be a commander. Yet in front of Jiyu Yumo, it was merely a means of transport. Meanwhile, at Shanghai Academy, due to time constraints, the rest of the awakening ceremony was postponed until the afternoon. Liu Ryan was very unwilling after seeing my performance. She came up to me and said, Tiang Gang, I've been thinking. Actually, we were both a bit impulsive this morning. If you apologize to me, I can forgive you and continue our relationship. Hearing this, I was speechless. I didn't pay her any mind, but simply continued eating my meal. Liu Ryan waited for a long time, and seeing that I didn't answer, she shouted, Tiang Gang, can't you hear me talking to you? Why are you ignoring me? At this moment, Liu Ryan found it unbelievable. Usually, the moment she opened her mouth, I would know if she was thirsty or hungry, and I would immediately fulfill her every need. Why did I feel like a different person today? I just don't want to talk to you. Is there a problem? I responded disdainfully. Liu Ryan was so angry she almost turned and left. But thinking of my exceptional talent, she wasn't willing to give up. Fine, I get it. Tan Gang, are you blaming me for breaking up with you earlier? Are you sulking just to get my attention? Does a grown man need to be so petty? I already said, as long as you're willing to apologize, we can get back together. Why on earth should I apologize to you? Was I wrong? After saying that, I picked up my tray and prepared to leave. Seeing this, Liu Ryan shouted, Stop! Tan Gang, are you really not getting back together with me? This is the only chance in your life to have me. But if you give it up, you'll lose me forever. Hearing this, my footsteps paused slightly. I turned and said, Someone might like that, but I find it disgusting. Having said that, I walked away without looking back. Hearing my words, Liu Ryan was so furious she actually fainted. When the afternoon awakening ceremony arrived, a very comfortable lounge chair was placed next to the platform, and I was sitting in that chair. The 4 deans were like servants, tending to me. One was fanning me, one was serving tea, one was massaging my shoulders, and another was massaging my legs. I was like an honored ancestor, taking it easy. When Jin Pingtao saw this scene,
He nearly ground his teeth to dust.
homeroom teacher Anthony Wong leaned in and asked the principal, Are we really not going to fight for Tiandang anymore? Fight my ass. If you have the guts, go do it yourself. Just look at how arrogant he is. Do you really think he'll respond to us? Why didn't you spot his talent earlier? Your annual performance review is completely docked this year. Jin Pingtao stormed off in anger. Anthony Wong was stunned on the spot after hearing that. And at that moment, a sudden gale swept across the sky. A shadow blotted out the sun, covering the entire Starsea Monster Academy. Everyone couldn't help but look up. That's an S-rank divine horn wyvern. The headmaster of Gale Monster Academy's face changed drastically. Right then, 3 figures descended from the divine horn wyvern. When everyone saw the face of the leader, they all gasped sharply. It was actually Jiyu Yumu. The War King Jiyu was here. Jiyu Yumu fixed his gaze on me, looking me up and down. I heard you dropped out of Starsea Monster Academy. That move was a bit reckless. It's not wise for someone young like you to joke about your future. I've basically understood your situation. Both sides were at fault in this matter. You should apologize to each other. Let's just consider the incident settled. Go back to Starsea to continue your studies. After you graduate from college, you can join my Tianyu Sacred Corps. Everyone around us looked at me with envy. It's extremely rare to gain War King Jiyu's approval. But at that moment, I flatly refused. There's no way I'll reselect. I refused to reselect. Everyone was stunned right then and there. Even Jiyu Yumu looked at me in disbelief. Ever since he became the War King of Wuxia, for 10 years his word was law. No one had ever dared refuse him. Tiangang, do you realize what you're saying? I can consider this a moment of impulse. I'll give you one more chance now. Hearing this, I replied again. That's not necessary, War King Jiyu. There's no way I'll ever go back to Starsea Monster Academy. At this point, Jiyu Yumu's expression finally darkened. The headmasters of the 4 great monster academies nearby also seemed to lose interest. I thought about it. A SS rank genius is just too outstanding. Our Gale Monster Academy isn't worthy of them. Zijin also felt their own status wasn't high enough. Since you don't want me, Baihai doesn't want us either. Yinfeng seems to be turning into a girls' school. They're not admitting male students anymore. At that moment, I felt like a piece of poisonous gold, shiny and tempting, but no one dared to touch it. Because no one wanted to offend a war king, let alone the Qin family behind the war king. Yet even so, my expression stayed the same. Instead, I walked toward the awakening stone brought by the military banner. Once again placing my hand on the awakening stone, I was engulfed in a dazzling light. I lost control and transformed into a Taudi, letting out a thunderous roar. A violent, ancient, and bloodthirsty aura instantly filled the place. Everyone suddenly felt crushed, unable to breathe. Even Jiyu Yumu's Tianyu Azure Dragon was suppressed by the beast I awakened. At that moment, my 3-meter-tall form looked like a blood god. Jiyu Yumu saw this, and shock appeared on his face. He could clearly sense the aura revealed by my awakening. The aura was countless times stronger than when he awakened Tianyu Azure Dragon, far more powerful than before, and also surpassed the presence when his son awakened a month ago. This kind of overwhelming aura that made all the beasts submit from the heart could only mean one thing. This youth didn't awaken a SS rank beast, but the legendary SSS rank one. In all of Wuxia, there are barely more than a handful of such top talents. Anyone who awakens an SSS rank can join one of the 4 sacred cores of Yangsha unconditionally. Compared to the 4 sacred cores of Yangsha, his Tianyu sacred cores was nothing. As the guardians of Yangsha, the 4 sacred cores are independent military units, reporting directly to the current leader. Even the 9 great marshals are beneath their notice. Right now, Jiyu Yumu was shocked all over again. He had completely misjudged. Now even the students around us were involuntarily kneeling on the ground, as if bowing down to the figure on the stage, submitting to their new lord. This was Taudi, the pressure of a primordial, pure-blooded, fierce beast. At this moment, Liu Ryan was half-crouched, staring with gritted teeth at the figure on the high platform. He clenched his teeth with all his might, struggling to keep himself from falling to his knees. Besides him, there were also the deans of the 4 great monster academies, and Jinping Tao and the others, all of them holding on through gritted teeth, although they relied on their formidable strength to restrain the urge to kneel in submission. Their bodies were still trembling. They didn't look at the blood-colored figure. Their gazes were filled with intense horror. Liu Ryan's face was now contorted in pain, as if his spine would be crushed alive if he did not kneel down. Finally, he too could no longer control himself, falling to the ground with a thud, kneeling toward the simp he had once despised. Meanwhile, I could clearly feel, inside the awakening stone, a power was still probing deep into my body. Once it touches my core, my Super SS rank status might be exposed. This is definitely not a good thing. Once word gets out, that a super SS rank genius has appeared in Yangsha. Not only the monsters in the wild, but even other countries might take action against me. In the blink of an eye, I would become a thorn in the side of the world, an eyesore. Thus, the Taoti's devouring power spontaneously swallowed the remaining power of the awakening stone, cleanly and completely. This was the Taoti protecting itself. At the same time, outside the human walls, a colossal beast 10,000 feet tall suddenly collapsed to the ground. This was a giant gorilla with golden fur. On its head were 6 blood-red eyes. It was a Tier 3 gold jade monster, a veritable monster king, the six-eyed Vajra. Just then, a man walked out from the monster's body. He carried a silver spear on his shoulder. With his other hand, he was watching the live awakening broadcast from Shanghai Monster Academy. At that moment, he dialed a phone number and said, "Give them a notice. Tell the Holy Regiments, Recovery Department to come and collect the carcass of the six-eyed Vajra. In the future, don't make me deal with every random nobody. They're too weak. It's boring to kill them. My time is very precious. Yes, Vice Commander, aren't you coming back to the Holy Regiment?" Coming back for what? It's not interesting at all. I heard an SS rank genius appeared in Shanghai Prefecture. I think I'll go have some fun with that genius. He's one of my own kind, after all. After all, geniuses are always lonely. The silver-armored man laughed loudly and hung up the phone. Then he took a step into the air and disappeared into the horizon. This man was from one of the 4 great Yangsha Holy Regiments, the vice commander of the Tianqi Holy Regiment. He was also the youngest vice commander in Yangsha, the awakener of the SS rank 9 Heaven Silver Dragon monster, the Chang'an. Meanwhile, at Shanghai Academy, Jiu Yumo spoke out calmly. "That's about enough, isn't it? Tiangang, it's time to withdraw your aura, don't you think? How long do you want everyone to kneel before you?" I withdrew my hand expressionlessly, transforming from monster form back to human form. "Tiangang, I'm very curious about what kind of monster you've awakened. I don't believe I've ever seen this monster in the Monster Encyclopedia." Jiu Yumo questioned him. I spoke calmly. "Taoti." Jiu Yumo became interested upon hearing this. "Taoti, is it? Could you introduce this monster to us? This is a monster that has never appeared in human history. It has great research value." But I narrowed my eyes and said nothing. Because in this world, introducing one's monster is a very impolite act. It's equivalent to making your traits, strengths, and weaknesses all public.
Now,
Jiu Yumo was publicly demanding I introduce my monster. It could be said that his intentions were very obvious. But just then, a booming voice echoed through the sky. "If you want someone to introduce their monster so badly, why don't you bring out your celestial azure dragon first?" Immediately after, a figure descended from the sky. As soon as he landed, everyone who saw him instantly went wild. It's actually the vice commander of the Tianqi Holy Regiment, one of the 4 great regiments. The Chang'an is so badass. Is such a big shot here for Tiangang too? Although the Chang'an is only 30 years old, and his military rank is only a garrison general, his strength is not inferior to any of the war dragons of Yangsha. And because he holds the position of vice commander of a holy regiment, no war king dares to look down on him. So he didn't have to give any face to Jiu Yumo, the war king backed by the Qin family of the imperial capital. But at this moment, Jiu Yumo chuckled. "The Chang'an, I heard the holy regiment assigned you a mission. Aren't you afraid Commander Ning Sheng will spank you for appearing here in Shanghai and neglecting your duties?" To him, the Chang'an was merely a junior. However, in just 10 years, the Chang'an
had managed to catch up to his 30 years of effort.
So Jiu Yumo had always disliked the Chang'an. Similarly, the Chang'an felt the same way. He always thought Jiu Yumo was a pretentious hypocrite, a live-in son-in-law of the Qin family. Neither of them respected the other. No need for Great War King Jiu to worry. I finished the Holy Regiment's mission long ago. Wasn't it just a Tier 3 gold jade 6-eyed Vajra? It died with 1 spear thrust. Pathetically weak. I recall that the 6-eyed Vajras, level is similar to yours, War King Jiyu, isn't it? Oh, my bad, my bad. I wasn't talking about you, War King Jiyu. Please don't take it to heart. The Chang'an chuckled sarcastically. After hearing this, Ji Yumo's expression instantly turned cold. No need to apologize. Ter 3 Gold Jade was last year's news. Oh, I see. Then would it be more appropriate to say I speared a six-eyed Vajra that was just slightly weaker than War King Jiyu? Would that be a more fitting way to put it? Upon hearing this, Jiyu Yumo's face turned as black as coal. The Chang'an, your holy regiment must be quite busy, right? What exactly are you doing here? It's nothing much. Just a mutual respect between geniuses, creating a resonance. I, the Chang'an, love making friends with geniuses. What I hate most are those idiots who pretend to be geniuses. Jiyu Yumo's face turned even uglier upon hearing this, obviously thinking this guy was indirectly insulting him. Suddenly, the Chang'an's figure flashed, and he appeared by my side. He put his arm around my shoulder familiarly. Brother, you have a very impressive aura on you. Let's be friends. My name is the Chang'an. I'm 10 years older than you. If you don't mind, just call me Big Brother Chang'an. Your name is Tiangang, right? I'll call you Brother Tian from now on. At this sight, I scratched my head awkwardly. Okay. Hello, Big Brother Chang'an. The Chang'an then scratched his head somewhat embarrassedly. Well, actually, I'm not very good with words. Anyway, why don't you come to our Tianchi Holy Regiment? I just happen to need a friend. When your strength increases in a few years, you can practice with me every day. How fun would that be? After all, no one in the Holy Regiment can beat me right now. Commander Shang is just too strong. I really don't want to get beat up by him. Bro, I have high hopes for you. Just give it 10 years. You'll definitely surpass that live-in son-in-law. The Chang'an used his thumb and then pointed backward at Jiyu Yumo as he spoke. Hearing this, Jiyu Yumo was shaking with rage, because that title live-in son-in-law was almost taboo for him. Jiyu Yumo came from a humble background, so he chose to marry into the Qin family in the capital. It was also because he relied on the Qin family that he was able to become the war king of Yangsha so quickly. At this moment, Jiyu Yumo angrily said to the Chang'an, I'm your superior. The military hierarchy is strict. I'm the war king of Daxia. You're insulting the war king. I'll personally take you down right now. You're suspended and under investigation. But the Chang'an looked completely indifferent. He spun his silver spear in his hand and aimed it right at Jiyu Yumo's forehead. Come on, I'm begging you to take me down right now. And by the way, I challenge you for your position. Do you dare accept? Jiyu Yumo's face turned extremely grim. He wished he could kill the Chang'an on the spot. But when he saw that Cole's spear pointed at him, he had no choice but to back down. Coward. I just love how you can't stand me, but can't do anything about it. The Chang'an let out a cold laugh. At that moment, Jiyu Lingshao saw his father being humiliated like this, and just couldn't hold it in anymore. Vice Commander, what's the point of insulting my father? My father spares you because you're younger, and doesn't stoop to your level. Don't push your luck. Adults are talking. What right do you have to butt in, kid? Shut up. The Chang'an's gaze turned icy. Jiyu Lingshao instantly felt like he was plunged into an ice cellar. He shivered, and was too scared to say another word. What now, are you scared? When you were all ganging up on Tiangang just now, I didn't see you scared then. The Chang'an swept his gaze around the crowd. I watched the entire live broadcast. You people really disgust me. Since when did the big shots of Yangsha all end up becoming a bunch of bootlickers? Sniveling, sneaky cowards. Did licking Jiyu Yumo's filthy boots make you happy? Our 4 great saints' regiments fought beyond the walls. We struggled so hard. And this is how you repay us. It's exactly because of people like you. Flame Summer became like this. I have just one thing to say now. I have high hopes for Tiangang. Back when his parents joined the Tianchi Saint Regiment, I personally evaluated them.
His father, Luo Zhuan, was a man of great generosity.
I believe his son won't be any less. None of you want him. But our Tianqi Saint Regiment wants the Chang'an. I'll say it here today. From this moment on, Tiangang is my sworn brother. Anyone who dares bully him can come try out the power of my silver dragon spear. The Chang'an flicked his hand mightily. The silver spear in his hand shot skyward like a flash of light. Then it stabbed heavily into the earth. In that instant, the entire place fell silent. Everyone ducked their heads. No one dared to speak. At this moment, Jiu Yumo stared at the Chang'an.
His gaze icy cold.
This was the first time he'd been humiliated by someone like this in public. But if he really fought the Chang'an, he didn't have the confidence. The challenge below the rank means someone with a lower position can issue a challenge to someone of higher rank. Jiu Yumo has the right to refuse. But if he accepts and loses, his position as the Grand Warrior King of Daxia won't be safe. Because he truly doesn't have absolute confidence in defeating Daxia's youngest deputy leader. But just then, several figures suddenly appeared above Shanghai State. When the crowd saw them, the place instantly erupted again. Because these 4 people are all famous figures in Flame Summer. Principals of the top universities in Flame Summer, namely Elf Monster University and Magic City Monster University, Imperial Capital Monster University and Jinhai Monster University. Because of me, all 4 of them came together today. This is extremely rare in the history of Flame Summer. Even back in Jiu Yumo's day, he never got such treatment. This is enough to show the value I demonstrated has gone far beyond imagination. Tiangang, I am the principal of Magic City Monster University. Magic City University sincerely invites you to join. As long as you come to Magic City University, Monster Essence Blood Serums, Warrior Weapons, Beast Jade, as long as you ask, will fulfill all your needs. Get lost. Are you implying our elf Monster University doesn't have those? Tiangang, if you choose our elf university, I can promise you, I'll give you a soldier weapon crafted from diamond-grade monster carapace and diamond-grade monster essence blood. Good one, you old geezer. You're just driving the price up here, huh? Come to Jinhai Monster University, and we'll give you an actual diamond-grade monster corpse. All resources fully equipped. Plus, we'll offer food source energy serum as well. Join our Imperial Capital Monster University. Although we don't have as many things as they do, but recently, we just obtained a ruby-grade monster corpse and crafted beast jade from it. It has a skill that I think suits you well. If you want it, that skill is yours. Now, in Flame Summer, the 4 university principals are fighting over me, outright scrambling against each other. All the other students are left dumbfounded. Forget ruby-grade monsters, even diamond-grade ones are like fantasy for them. But all these things, all I have to do is nod my head to obtain them. People really can die from the comparison. In the monster era, all of humanity's resources almost come from monsters. Monsters are a treasure trove everywhere. Essence blood can temper the body, and beast bodies and carapaces can forge powerful weapons. For example, the Chang'an Silver Dragon Spear was personally crafted by the Tianqi Saint Regiment chief after hunting down a black jade-grade monster for its carapace. Monster bones can be made into beast jade. Beast jade contains a monster's skill from its lifetime. Monster cores are rich with primal energy, used to make awakening stones, or even primal stones. Also, in the ruins, there are plenty of plants rich in primal energy. Those plants can be turned into serums to boost primal energy or heal, even unlock one's potential, or enter a berserk state, etc. By fighting monsters, humanity used all these resources to become stronger step by step. So these are absolutely essential in the growth of human prodigies. At this moment, everyone's eyes were red with envy. Liu Ryan was so jealous, her face twisted. So you're the principal of Magic City Monster University? My name's Liu Ryan. I've awakened an S-Deer monster, Green Feather Spirit Deer. The Grand Warrior King promised I'd join the Tianyu Saint Regiment. What do you think about me? Hearing this, The principal of Magic City Monster University turned slightly.
Not bad.
Since you have Warrior King Ji-Yu's recommendation, come report in when the semester starts. With that, he ignored Liu Ryan and turned away, joining back into the argument over me. Seeing this, Liu Ryan was left petrified on the spot. Right then, he finally experienced what true favoritism was. He also realized completely that he's simply not in the same league as me. Just then, the Chang'an suddenly shouted, "Enough! You four old geezers can shut up now. Let me tell you, Tiangang won't be joining any of your monster universities." Hearing this, all four instantly panicked. Aside from our four universities, which other school deserves Tiangang really? This won't do! We can't accept that! At that, the Chang'an just sneered, "Stop yelling. You need to accept it whether you like it or not." And frankly, I disagree with what you just said. Is there really no school better than your four universities? As soon as he said this, everyone's expressions changed. Even Ji-Yu Yumo looked extremely shocked. The four principals spoke out in surprise. "You mean that Purgatory University?" The Chang'an smiled slightly. "That's right. I'm planning for Tiangang to go to that school. Only that university can truly unlock his potential. Not you folks in your ivory towers. There are plenty of monster universities in Flame Summer. And while the four are the most famous, there's still a top school beyond them. But this university usually isn't even considered by students, nor is it a place anyone can just enter. This university is called Yangsha University. It's built jointly by Daxia's four top saint regiments and the military. The entrance standards are notoriously harsh, admitting only 100 students each cohort. So the entire school has just 300 students across 3 grades, but boasts 225 teachers. These are the 9 Grand Sky Kings of the military, 36 Warrior Kings, 72 Battle Generals, and 108 more Battle Commanders. Most critically, the school's mortality rate is a staggering 70%. Every incoming class of 100 faces this fate. Only 30 people graduate. But as long as these 30 people don't have any accidents in the future, there's a 99% chance they'll become major figures in the military. At the same time, Yangsha University has extremely tough assessments. The first threshold is anyone below S level isn't accepted. The remaining candidates all go through the assessment together. Only the top 100 are admitted. No matter how talented you are, every student at Yangsha University is treated equally. If you want resources, you have to fight for them with your own ability. So this also leads to some students from prominent families not choosing this school.
Take Jiu Yumu, for example.
Even though he qualified for admission to Yangsha University, because Monster University of Magic City offered him generous conditions, he chose Magic City University instead. All the graduates from this school, without exception, are extraordinary talents. And Chang'an, 7 years ago, was the top student of that year at Yangsha University. Tiangang, are you willing to join Yangsha University? Let me tell you up front, even if you're a SS level genius, you have to officially pass the assessment to get admitted to Yangsha University. Also, we will not promise you any resources except the rewards from the assessment. Everything else must be earned by yourself. But I can guarantee you this. As long as you graduate from Yangsha University smoothly, you will become a top figure in the military. If you can defeat me, you'll be the future leader of the Tianchi Holy Group, standing at the pinnacle of Yangsha. By then, no one will use power or family background to suppress you. No one can force you to do anything you don't want to do. Upon hearing that, I suddenly raised my hand and asked Deputy Leader if I join Yangsha University, can I hunt monsters? Of course you can. Tiangang, do you know why Yangsha University has such a high mortality rate? It's because the students of Yangsha University have to venture deep into the ruins, hunt monsters, and improve their combat skills. Do you really like hunting monsters? I'm fine, I said, scratching my head. Actually, I was just thinking about the Taoti's second trial, Myriad Beasts. It requires devouring 10,000 bronze-level monsters. As long as you have the ability, there are endless monsters to kill. Other universities are ivory towers, but at Yangsha University you can kill as much as you want. I really didn't misjudge you. Tiangang, you are a born warrior. You belong at Yangsha University. As he spoke, the Shang'an burst into a loud laugh. Hearing this, I grinned. I am willing to join Yangsha University. You should know that, in the Temple of Peers I awakened, none of those ancient seniors are easy to negotiate with. My life is destined to be spent amid slaughter and combat. Yangsha University may be cruel, but it suits me best. My strength will surely increase very quickly. Since I have been given a second life, I will no longer be bullied by others at will. I want to reach the pinnacle of this era. At this moment, fighting spirit burned in my eyes. Seeing this, the Shang'an was very satisfied. He handed me a golden plaque. In 1 month, Yangsha University will hold an assessment. Just bring this hand token to participate. Then, with a flip of his hand, the Chang'an said, "This is a gold-level monsters, the essence blood of a blood ghost Volf. I'll give it to you as a meeting gift. Besides this, I have one more thing. Before, I hunted a six-eyed Vajra outside the walls. Once that six-eyed Vajra is dissected, I'll have someone take one of its bones and forge it into a combat weapon. I'll have it sent to you then. What kind of weapon do you like?" I thought about it for a moment. Thinking of the Taoti's skill, it was the heavenly god spear. I like spears. Hearing this, the Chang'an was taken aback. You kid really have good taste. But regarding spears, I know of one that suits you even better. I'll make sure it's delivered to you before the assessment. The Chang'an patted my shoulder. The more I look at you, the more I like you, kid. Work hard, do whatever you want to do. With me, the Chang'an here, no one dares to bully the young as an elder, or use their status to pressure you. As he spoke, he glanced sideways at Jiu Yumo and snorted. Since Jianggang has made his decision, then I'll be taking my leave. At this time, Jiu Yumo's face was very unsightly. He didn't want to stay here for another minute. Then he threw a hand token to Liu Ryan. This is the registered member token of my Tianyu Holy Course.
Take it.
Having said that, he took Jiu Lingshao and stepped onto the divine horned pterosaur. He left Liu Ryan behind. Looking at the token in her hand with the word Tinyu on it, the excitement she should have felt had completely vanished. At this time, the Chang'an was also preparing to leave. But before going, he narrowed his eyes and scanned the crowd below. I don't care about the rivalry between the younger generation. But if any of you rely on being older, having practiced longer to bully the young, don't blame me for being impolite. As he spoke, a thick burst of killing intent erupted from the Chang'an's eyes, almost as if it had turned into something physical. Then he turned into a streak of silver light and disappeared into the horizon. Seeing that things had come to this, the principals of several nearby schools also left one after another. But Jin Pingtao felt like crying without tears. Not only did he lose a top-tier genius like me, but he had even completely offended me. At the same time, deep regret flooded Liu Ryan's heart. She was so distressed that she fell to the ground again. But at this moment, a young man appeared by Liu Ryan's side. "Ryan, are you okay?" His name is Zheng Peng. He is one of Liu Ryan's suitors, and also one of the other S-class students at the Shanghai Monster Academy. However, he had completed his awakening long ago, and had been at home working hard to increase his strength these past few days. Having just finished his seclusion, he found his goddess Liu Ryan in such a state. Zheng Peng only felt his heart clench with pain as if gripped by a large hand. At this time he said with a ferocious face, "Is it Tiangang? Is it him who made you so sad? Tell me, Ryan." Liu Ryan shook her head. "I don't want to talk about it." "Stop asking. Things have come to this. There's nothing left to say." Seeing this, Zheng Peng was incredibly furious. He leaped up in one step and jumped onto the awakening platform. "Tiangang, how could you have the heart to hurt Ryan? You're really not a man. I want to challenge you to a duel. A life and death duel. Do you dare?" Hearing this, I raised one finger. Why wouldn't I dare? But there must be a wager. About 1 million Yangsha coins. Otherwise, no deal. At this moment, Zhang Peng looked at the sad Liu Ryan behind him, then at my arrogant and domineering look, and agreed without even thinking about it. Vicious killing intent flickered in Zhang Peng's eyes. Tiangang, I accept. But as for life and death, once on this stage, life or death doesn't matter. If you die, it's just because your skills were inferior. No one is allowed to hold anyone accountable. I nodded calmly. Seeing this, Zhang Peng said to Jin Pingtao and the others below the stage, then, please deans act as referees. Referee my foot. Kid, don't think I don't know what you're up to. You've been awakened for 3 days already. Your level must be quite high now. Tiangang has only just awakened. How could he possibly beat you? Exactly. I don't think you look like a good person at all. Hearing this, the 4 deans all felt very indignant and began to scold him one after another. But Zhang Peng, relying on the fact that his father is a military commander and a member of the Blood Flame Holy Corps, didn't care about the 4 of them at all. Deans, he agreed to this himself. He doesn't mind himself. So why do you need to meddle in other people's business? At this time, Jin Pingtao echoed, Zhang Peng is right. This is Tiangang's own decision. We should respect him. The reason he said this was because he knew his relationship with me could not be repaired. If I could be taken out just like this, that would be for the best. After all, the Chang'an also said, he wouldn't care about the rivalry between the younger generation. So if I die at Zhang Peng's hands, it's just because my own skills were inferior. And I can't blame anyone. Old dang you. Don't think I don't know what you're planning. Aren't you just wishing for Tiangang to die? Destroying what you can't have. How can your psychology be so twisted? Jin Pingtao, let's end our friendship. Humans don't make friends with dogs. Even though the 4 deans looked furious, Jin Pingtao still didn't care. Just fight. I'll be the referee. As soon as he finished speaking, a powerful aura radiated from Zhang Peng's body. Then he transformed into an S-class monster. The golden ROC let out a long roar to the sky. Instantly, a sharp and grim sound echoed through the field. Zhang Peng also flapped his huge wings and attacked towards me. At this moment, some sharp-eyed students noticed the level badge on his chest and were very surprised. Look, guys, that's Black Iron Tier 5. He just awakened, and in only 3 days, he's already at Black Iron Tier 5. This guy has to be a pay-to-win player. Just at that moment, a burst of blood flames caught everyone's attention. I transformed into a fiercely dominant crimson figure. But this time, there were no gasps, only waves of silence, because the rank badge on my chest only showed Black Iron Tier 1. You have to understand, the gap of 4 tiers. Even with the strongest talents, it's impossible to cross. Normally, with talent, you can only make up the difference of 1 tier. For example, an S-level beast at Black Iron Tier 3 is equivalent to a beast at Black Iron Tier 4. Similarly, as an SS-level beast at Black Iron Tier 1, I'm usually only equal to Zhang Peng, an S-level beast at Black Iron Tier 3. But Zhang Peng's current rank is way above that level. While everyone was worrying about me, Zhang Peng quietly reached from behind and pulled out a golden sword. That was the Golden Sword of the warrior, made from the bones of an A-level beast, the Golden Feather Eagle at Bronze Tier 7. But when I saw it, I wasn't impressed. Zhang Peng flashed like golden light and lunged at me. He unleashed his talent, peak frenzy speed. The sword in his hand suddenly got a lot faster. He literally sliced through the air with one blow, striking with a trail of afterimages. Seeing this, I activated my talent, King's Savage Fury. Suddenly, a surging blood aura erupted from my body. Right after, my massive hand reached out fiercely and forcibly caught that golden feather arrow. With my other hand, I gripped the Golden Peng's arm, only to hear the Golden Peng let out a painful scream. Its golden arm started to deform. With one hand, I exerted force and directly tore off the entire arm of the Golden Peng, ripping it off with brute strength. Instantly, golden blood spilled onto the earth. Then I grabbed the golden Peng's neck and lifted it up. At this moment, my face was ferocious. A greedy look flashed in my eyes, and that's the signal that the glutton is about to feast. Jin Huangping's face was filled with fear when he saw what happened. He didn't understand why the opponent was only a black iron rank. Yet he had become so formidable. By the time he came to his senses, the ferocious touty countered, grabbing Jin Huangping's body, and slammed him into the ground. Then, with a single hand, he tore off the wings from Jin Huangping's back. At this moment, losing one arm, Jin Huangping, with only one wing left, was already at death's door. He now clearly realized the gap in strength between himself and Touty. You're too weak. You can't even make me go all out. As I activate Unlimited Plunder, the next second, Jin Huangping's expression drastically changed. He could clearly sense his own innate ability. Extreme speed was being taken away. Right now, I reached out my sharp claws towards his heart. But at that moment, a voice hurriedly rang out. Stop, dare you kill him? It was none other than Zheng Peng's father, a commander in the military, Zheng Dao of the Blood Flame Holy Regiment. You dare kill my son? I'll kill you. He roared menacingly at me. Life and death duel, life and death don't matter. Who are you to decide that? If you lose, you die. After saying this, I ruthlessly reached for his chest. I pulled out a golden item from within. This was Jin Huangping's beast core. Losing his beast core, Jin Huangping collapsed to the ground and reverted to human form. At this moment, Zheng Peng's eyes were wide open, dying with his eyes open. After I crushed the beast core, I also returned to my human appearance. Everyone witnessing this was so shocked they couldn't speak. But Zheng Dao let out a furious and sorrowful roar. Instantly, a powerful aura erupted from his body. Amid booming sounds throughout the heavens and earth, 100-foot-tall stone giant stood upon the land. This was the awakened monster of Zheng Dao, an S-rank stone golem. Not only does it possess immense strength, its defense is also astonishing. At this moment, the stone giant slowly extended a huge palm, casting a shadow over the entire arena, reaching to grab me. You dare kill my son? I'll kill you first. His enormous hand swung down, scaring the students who scattered in panic. Stop! The 4 academy deans turned pale. Trying to stop him. 4 gold ranks are no match for the Azure Jade rank military commander. Stop! The leader of Shinheizhou military, Mo Rushan, shouted loudly. Zheng Dao, don't act rashly. Tiangang is a prodigy of Yangsha. If you kill a Yangsha prodigy, do you know what the consequences are? He is a Yangsha prodigy. But wasn't my son as well? Why can my son die but he can't? The huge stone giant let out a buzzing sound, the vibrating noise echoing to the clouds. The life and death duel was suggested by your own son. Life and death don't matter. If his skills aren't up to par, you can't blame Tiangang. That's complete bullshit. I don't care, my son is dead, so he has to die too. Mo Rushan, get out of my way now, or I'll kill you along with him. Zheng Dao was filled with murderous intent, determined to kill me, to avenge Zheng Peng. No one present could stop him. Stop! A third furious shout rang out. A middle-aged figure wearing a blood-red cloak suddenly hovered before Zheng Dao, gazing directly into his bloodshot eyes. Zheng Dao, say it again if you dare in front of me. A look of confusion flashed in Zheng Dao's eyes. Holy Commander, why are you here? It was none other than Li Zhu, the Holy Commander of the Blood Flame Holy Regiment. Jade rank warrior Zheng Dao, hurry and undo your transformation. Li Zhu spoke with a stern face. No, this guy. He killed my son. I want to kill him, to avenge my son. Zheng Dao roared loudly. Are you insane? Zheng Dao, your son's death was because his skills were lacking. How can you blame others for a life or death duel? Then Li Zhu got close to Zheng Dao and spoke softly. This guy is part of Night Silver Dragon, the Chang'an people. The Chang'an said it himself. If anyone bullies the weak, he absolutely won't hold back. Do you want the Blood Flame Holy Regiment to die with you? That's Night Silver Dragon, the Chang'an. Zhang Dao, what gives you the right to provoke someone of his level? Zhang Dao's face turned extremely ugly. I can't let this go. Holy Commander, I really can't accept this. He killed my son. He was nearly insane. Zhang Dao, you have no choice. It's simply that your son was too weak. He wasn't as skilled. In a life or death arena, even if someone kills your whole family, you have to endure it. Do you hear me? Hey, Zhang Dao, let me tell you. The live stream is still on right now. Who knows if everything here, Night Silver Dragon the Chang'an is watching it all. If he shows up, I really can't protect you anymore. Quickly undo your transformation and come with me. Zhang Dao froze in place, staring at me intently. I met his gaze fearlessly. If my strength wasn't lacking today, I would definitely kill him here. Seeing I didn't back down, Zhang Dao grew even angrier. But that gigantic hand above my head just couldn't come down on me.
Holy Commander.
Do I really have to swallow my anger like this? Zhang Dao asked with deep frustration. Li Zhu looked helpless, about to speak, when a booming voice sounded from the sky. If you can't endure it, then go die. In the void, a spear radiance suddenly erupted. This is Night Silver Dragon. The Chang'an, he's here. Li Zhu was utterly shocked. No, it's just battle energy. The Chang'an himself hasn't arrived. Is this the power of Night Silver Dragon? The massive spear radiance seemed like a silver dragon roaring at the heavens, filled with killing intent, coming down decisively on Zhang Dao. Vice Commander Li, please give me some face. Have mercy on Li Zhu. Before he could finish, the spear radiance turned into silver light, piercing the sky. Its power surging. The spiritual energy crashed down. His giant body seemed to be struck by divine lightning, exploding instantly into countless pieces of stone, raining down on the ground. The spear radiance stood upright in the earth, and as the light faded, only a damaged beast core remained. Zhang Dao, who do you think you are? Worthy of my respect? Anyone who harms the Yangsha prodigies will be treated as a traitor and executed. Bloodflame Holy Regiment, do you have any objections? Or was Zhang Dao acting under your orders? Li Zhu's face was utterly grim, but finally he lowered his proud head. It's got nothing to do with my Bloodflame Holy Regiment. It was all Zhang Dao's own fault. Vice Commander did the right thing. He dared not refute at all. The whole place was in an uproar. This is the dominance of Night Silver Dragon, the Chang'an. And this is my confidence. I have no power, no influence, no connections. But my character is tough, and I never bow. There were many people who thought I wouldn't live long. But now that the Chang'an has stepped up, who would still dare to bully the weak with strength? Zhang Dao is the biggest warning. Even the War King Jiu Yumo doesn't dare. Not until that battle aura faded away. The scene remained deathly silent. After a long while, Li Zhu finally handed me a fiery red beast jade. Forgive me, my friend from Tiangong. It's all my fault for not clarifying earlier. This is a grade A gold-level monster jade, the beast jade of a meteor fire Volf. Consider it my personal apology. A mighty general of Daxia, actually coming to apologize to a student like me. The entire internet is in an uproar. Oh my god, this Tiangong guy. All I can say is, take my clothes and my kneecaps. That's epic. A military general apologizing to a student. My mom asked me why I was watching the live stream on my knees. There really is a difference between people. And the fact that the Chang'an stepped up for me has completely shaken all 72 provinces of Yangsha. At this moment, at the headquarters of the Heavenly Crimson Holy Order in the imperial capital, Chang'an, right in front of everyone. You killed a military department leader with your own hands without saying a word. This is making things very difficult for me. The blue-haired young man in a military uniform looked helpless. The Chang'an had his legs propped up on the table, leaning against a silver dragon spear. He was nonchalantly playing games. Who are the old guys barking again, Eagle? To be specific, it's Qin Haoren, the third son of the Qin family. He's working in the military department. He reported you. The blue-haired young man smiled. Tian sighed. Qin Haoren, huh? That guy always has something going on. He's standing up for his brother-in-law, right? Okay, let me finish this boss fight. Then I'll go talk to him. Kid, I hope you mean really talk. And have a good conversation. Do you understand what it means to win people over with virtue? Yin Tianj twitched at the corner of his mouth. He glanced at the word soldier of truth, engraved on the silver dragon spear. A few years ago, the Chang'an beat some noble's young master from the imperial capital into the ICU and was scolded by the Holy Order leader to win people over with virtue. Turning around, he carved those words onto his gun. Then he sent the other party's old man to the ICU. Since then, no one in the imperial capital dared to mess with this little ancestor. So, you know how it is with your virtue. Fighting is fine, just don't send anyone to the ICU. Lately, the ICU beds in the imperial capital hospital are quite tight. Yin Tian's exhorted. Although he was the vice commander, he was more like the Chang'an's nanny. He was from the Ying family of the imperial capital. One was scholarly and the other martial. Behind them was the great Yan Summer, and one of the 9 heavenly kings protected them to the death. They practically walked sideways in the imperial capital. The annual crescent moon has come again. Is it the tide? The Chang'an asked. Yeah. Lately, the monsters outside the ruins have become increasingly violent. The casualties of the investigation team in the Holy Regiment are quite severe. The Holy Regiment commander speculates. Yin Tian's gaze was solemn. Speculates what? The 14th monster king might be about to be born. What? The Chang'an's eyes narrowed. A true monster king. 30 years ago, number 13 was born. The previous Tianchi Holy Regiment commander died in battle. More than half of the 9 heavenly kings were killed or injured. Once the Star Moon Beast Tide breaks out, all 4 holy regiments must mobilize in full force to go on an expedition to the ruins. Chang'an, if you aren't there when the time comes, that kid you want to protect will have a hard time. It's fine, isn't there still time? He's the one I've got my eye on. I believe in him. You guy, I've never seen you value anyone so much. Why exactly are you helping this kid? Don't tell me it's because of his SS grade talent. That young lady from the Xia family in the imperial capital is also an SSS grade talent. She wanted to be your apprentice, but you refused. This excuse might fool others, but it won't work on me. Tians, I really can't tell you about this matter. What? Hiding it so deep? You didn't have to keep it from me. The Chang'an looked at the chief in silence. There was a secret that he hadn't told anyone. The moment he saw my awakening through the screen, he seemed to see a majestic figure standing in the starry sky, taking the sun, moon, and stars as food, a blood-colored creature, the so-called SS grade monsters. In front of that being were nothing but the lowest grade fodder. My talent is definitely more than SSS grade.
And
I'm destined to be the savior of humanity in this era. On the other side, the subsequent awakening ceremony didn't cause any more ripples. Jin Pingtao, Liu Ryan, and the others had extremely ugly expressions. The awakening ended. I went back to the dorm to pack my bags. The 3 roommates who used to look down on me were now calling me Brother Tian and eagerly helped carry my bags to the school gate. I chuckled inwardly and didn't refuse. In this world where the strong prey on the weak, being arrogant first and then humble is the treatment the strong deserve. While waiting for a car at the school gate, a beautiful silhouette appeared in my field of vision. Tiangang, I have something to say to you. Liu Ryan walked up to me, her eyes slightly red, looking pitiful and delicate. I have nothing to say to you. I walked past her indifferently. Tiangang, I was wrong. I apologize to you. Can we get back together? I really know I was wrong. I'll do anything you want. Liu Ryan tightly pulled my sleeve, begging bitterly. I slowly turned around. Really? Anything? A flash of joy appeared in Liu Ryan's eyes. She nodded vigorously. Yes, as long as you're willing, we can go to a hotel tonight. Then give me back the money I gave you. It must be over 1 million by now, right? I spoke calmly. The rest of Liu Ryan's words were instantly stuck in her throat. Her face turned pale and red alternately.
The money. It's gone. I frowned. Over $1 million, just like that.
Actually, most of the money she took from me went to pay off her gambling addict father's debts. The rest was also squandered by her. If I insisted she pay it back, other than selling herself,
She had no other way.
the Liu Daqian couple, who were hiding nearby, couldn't help but jump out from the corner. Tiangang, my daughter has already apologized to you.
What more do you want from her?
How can you be so cruel? No heart at all. Don't you know how to be gentle with women? A sneer appeared on the corner of my mouth. Looking at Liu Ryan, is this the apology you mentioned? Liu Ryan's expression changed. It's not like that. Tiangang, listen to my explanation. Get lost. I turned around indifferently and left without looking back. Damn it, what do you mean by this, kid? Who are you telling to get lost? You brat born of a mother but not raised by one. Liu Daqian got anxious, cursing at my back. My footsteps stopped. After slowly turning around, I slapped Liu Daqian, sending him flying over 10 meters. Next, I took out my phone and dialed a number. Chief Wei Mo. I've been defrauded. Mo Rushan on the other end of the phone was stunned for a moment. Audacious. Someone dares to defraud my Father Tian, you have found a path to your own death. Mo Rushan was instantly furious. Currently, I am the state treasurer of Xinhai State. If I become a war king or heavenly king in the future, Xinhai State would share the glory. Then I added another sentence. They not only defrauded me, but also insulted martyrs and cursed my parents. What? Mo Rushan instantly exploded. Fine, Tiangang. Student, don't move from where you are. Protect yourself. I'm coming over right now. Hanging up the phone, Mo Rushan's blood pressure soared. He wanted to see who had such dog-like audacity. Tiangang, who are you saying committed fraud? When did we defraud you? And you, why did you hit me? Liu Ryan helped her father up, looking extremely aggrieved. Ryan, report this to the military department. This guy used physical violence. We must report this to the military department. Report to War King Jiyu. Tell War King Jiyu to send him to prison. Liu Daqian's head was covered in blood, his face swollen like a pig's head, his gaze staring at me like a vicious dog. No need, I've already reported it to the military department. I spoke indifferently. Good. Tiangang, you assaulted a civilian. This violates military law. I want to see, when the military department people arrive, will they arrest you or me? I ignored him. A moment later, an off-road vehicle stopped at the school gate. Mo Rushan rushed out of the car with several military soldiers. Good. I didn't expect the chief of the military department himself to come. Tiangang, no matter how good your talent is, once you violate military law, you're finished. Liu Daqian was full of wild joy. Chief Mo, I want to report Tiangang.
He hit, but before Liu Daqian could finish,
Mo Rushan swept past him like a gust of wind. He rushed in front of me, his face full of anxiety. Student Tiangang, are you okay? Are you injured? The way he fussed over me, one would think I was his own father. Liu Daqian was completely stunned. That Mo Kui show. Tiangang just hit me. Look, my face is all swollen from being hit. And here too. All these bruises are from him. So it's you, right? Scamming classmate Tiangang. And then insulting a martyr. It's personal attacks, huh? Alright, someone come here.
take him in for investigation.
If you don't serve 3 or 4 years in jail, I won't believe it. Mo Kuisho, I'm the victim. 7 years, Mo Kuisho, 8 years. Liu Daqiang stopped talking. Even as dense as he is, he can see Mo Rushan is siding with me. And he can't stand up to investigation. All that over 1 million yuan was used to pay off gambling debts. Once they check, jail is certain. The money has to be paid back, not a penny less. Stop investigating, I admit it. Liu Daqiang pleaded. You act so guilty. There must be something wrong. Investigate thoroughly. After Liu Daqiang was taken away and investigated, Turns out he really was a gambler. Congratulations on getting 8 years in prison. The military also used this to bust an underground casino. Mo Rushan even sent me a role model citizen banner, plus a 50,000 yuan reward. Over 500,000 yuan of the scammed money was recovered. Mo Rushan also promised to supervise the Su family in selling off their assets to pay back the rest. I gladly agreed. After dealing with Liu Ryan's matter, I contacted the buyer who bought our house, hoping to buy the house back. But they said the house was already sold to another person. The new owner's contact information. Xia, Qincheng, how confident do you have to be to pick that name? Dialing the number, hello? A cold voice answered. Hello, is this Miss Xia? My name is Tiangang. I'd like to talk to you about the house in Jinyan community. I wonder if you're available to meet. I'm already living in the house, and I'm not planning to sell it. The other person coldly hung up. I got a headache. Cleaning up the mess the original owner left behind still falls on me. Soon after, the phone rang again. Hello, Miss Xia. What did you say your name was? Tiangang. In half an hour, Island Buffet Cafe. I'll wait for you. The call ended again. I scratched my head. Why the sudden change of mind? I'll just go see what happens. Half an hour later, I arrived at the cafe. You're Tiangang, right? A cold voice sounded. I looked up. What catches the eye is a delicate and beautiful face. Eyes as dark as the stars. Snow white, long hair cascading like a waterfall. A white dress perfectly accentuates her curves. This is a woman far more beautiful than Liu Ryan. Cool and aloof. She truly lives up to the name Xia Qingcheng. Miss Xia Qingcheng. I, Xia Qingcheng, brushed my hair. Sat down across from me. I've already moved into the house, so it's no longer for sale. But if you're willing, I can rent it to you. Here's the contract. You can take a look. He took out a document. I froze. That was really straightforward. Just getting straight to sharing a place. What, you're not willing? Xia Qingcheng frowned slightly. Is the rent too expensive? True, considering you're a student. Is 1,000 a month acceptable to you? It's a 140 to 150 square meter house. Renting usually starts at 2,000. He bought a house worth several million just like that. Clearly, he's not short on money. But he offered such a cheap price. I feel like he's up to something. Is he interested in my body or something? What's with that look in your eyes? Xia Qingcheng looked at my ever-changing expression. She frowned. It's nothing, really. I shook my head. A guy needs to protect himself when he's out. But she's a girl and isn't worried at all. Why should I be afraid then? Worst case, I suffer a little. I nodded. You can sign your name? Happy co-renting. Xia Qingcheng reached out her hand to me. Miss Xia, you're too polite. You're my landlord now. I took the keys. Sighed, I'd go put away my luggage first. She watched me leave. Xia Qingcheng looked over the contract. A cold, proud smile appeared on her face. Tiangang next. Let me observe you up close. Why are all your talents SS level? How could senior the value you so highly? What's so special about you? I'll uncover your secrets without missing a thing. After placing my luggage, I received a call from Lin Hong. She was my late father's comrade. Back when my father was alive, our families got along well. Her daughter Ling Moking and I are almost childhood friends. But after my father died, our families became much more connected. Hey, Xiaoming, the awakening ceremony is over, right? If you have time, let's go out for a meal together. Moking is here too. It's been a long time since we all got together. All right, I nodded. As the younger one, I have to accept the invitation. Xiguan Grand Hotel. We're waiting for you. Noon 12 o'clock. I arrived at Shiguan Grand Hotel, with the waiter guiding me to private room 308. Just after I entered the room, another exceptionally beautiful woman came to the hotel. Susu, I'm here. Which room? 309. Qingcheng, come quickly.
I've already ordered the dishes. You came all the way from the imperial capital to Shinhaijo this time. I definitely have to treat you well. Meanwhile, I opened the door to room 308. Uncle Lin, Aunt Lin. I sat down across from them. Zhao Ming's aura is quite authoritative. Works in an administrative position in the military. The family is wealthy. His wife, Sun Yanning, is well kept. This is Moking. You two haven't seen each other for a while, right? Lin Hong pointed to the girl next to her, still engrossed in her phone. I remember when we were kids. You said you'd marry Moking as your wife someday. Oh, Dad. That was childhood talk. Not to be taken seriously. Besides, I already have a boyfriend. Stop joking like that. If my boyfriend hears, he'll be upset. Lin Moking looked up and said, annoyed. Oh, right. Sorry, Moking. It's all Dad's fault for talking nonsense. Lin Hong asked with a smile. By the way, when is Ah Heng coming over? Soon. Ah Heng's school has extra lessons lately. After all, he awakened a powerful S-level monster. He's the school's main focus now. Lin Moking said proudly. Yeah, Ah Heng really is outstanding. S-level monster. He's already the cream of the crop. Got into the top Monster Saints group. Joining the Saints group is way more promising than us admin staff. Lin Hong nodded. What's wrong with admin staff? At least it's safe. It's dangerous nowadays. If you go to the front lines, who knows when you'll die? Sun Yunning said sarcastically. I squinted slightly. Yunning, don't say such things. All those soldiers who died are warriors of Yangsha. How can you say that? Just like brother Luo Zhuan, fighting for the country. That's an honor. How dare you belittle that? Sun Yunning snorted twice. She didn't care. Tiangang, your school's awakening ceremony is done, right? What monster level did you awaken? My Moking made us proud. She awakened an 11 monster Hampo bird. Her boyfriend is even better.
He's S level.
Sun Yunning exclaimed. Not bad, I replied casually. What do you mean not bad? A level, B level, or is it C level? Sun Yunning pressed me. I shook my head, smiling. SS level, SS level. Tiangang, you're really funny. Sun Yunning covered her lips and laughed exaggeratedly. Lin Moking also burst out giggling. Tiangang, even if you want to save face, at least pick a more believable excuse. SS level? You think I'm an idiot? Lin Hong frowned. Tiangang, your parents are honest people. You don't need to lie to us. I'm your uncle. I won't make fun of you. I shrugged. Didn't say much. To be honest, no one believes me. What can I do? Sun Yunning and her daughter looked at me, with contempt in their eyes. I guess they think I awakened a really useless monster. So I made it up. Maybe it's C level. Or even D level. Tiangang, by the way, didn't I confess to you a few years ago? Lin Moking suddenly turned and said, Thank goodness I rejected you. Otherwise I'd never have met Ah Heng, such a great boyfriend. She smiled proudly, glanced at her phone. Oh, Ah Heng's here. I'll go get him. Outside the room, Lin Moking linked arms with a handsome young man. What are you looking at? Nothing, really. Wang Heng shook his head, but couldn't help glancing at room 309 next door. She's the most beautiful girl he's ever seen. Like a fairy. Compared to him, Lin Mokin beside me is like the ugly duckling. Let's go, my parents have been waiting for a long time. The two of us walk hand in hand into the private room. Tiangang, this is my boyfriend Wang Heng. He studies at Hurricane Monster Academy. His awakened monster is the S-Class Red Flame Cerberus. Lin Mokin raises her elegant neck and proudly introduces him. Ah Heng, something interesting just happened. Tiangang actually claimed his awakened monster's SS class. Wang Heng just sat down. Lin Mokin couldn't wait to share my joke, telling him it really was pretty funny. Brother Tiangang, which monster academy did you attend? Shanghai, but I just dropped out. I said calmly. Shanghai, Wang Heng frowned. He heard that Shanghai produced an incredibly powerful monster. It attracted lots of important figures. But he's usually a good student. He doesn't spend much time online. He's not clear on the details. Lin Moken, on the other hand, acts extremely exaggerated. Tiangang, you got expelled? Why were you expelled? Don't tell me you got expelled because your talent was too poor. So you got expelled. What about your little girlfriend, Lee Ryan? I remember you rejected me for her before, right? A playful look flashed across Lin Moken's face. Looks like she's still hung up about me rejecting her back then. That's the reason she's going all out mocking me today. We broke up. I took a sip of tea. Broke up. You actually broke up. She must have thought your awakened monster was too weak. So she broke up with you. Lin Moken laughed so hard she almost fell over. Wang Heng nodded. Moken is right. In today's society, your awakened talent pretty much determines your future prospects. For example, my awakened monster is this class. I've got a 90% chance of getting into Summer Flame's top monster university. After graduation, I'll join an elite holy order. That would make me a squad captain. Even a battalion captain. That's the end goal for so many people. Not to mention commanders and warlords above that. Wang Heng looked super proud. Hurricane Academy only has 2 S-class students. He really has reason to be arrogant. If only he knew the Hurricane Dean wanted to recruit me and said they'd give up the other 2 S-class for me. Wonder what he'd think. Yeah, Tiangang. Your parents were once outstanding warriors in the military. You can't disgrace them. If it really doesn't work out, just follow Zhao Heng from now on. I believe in Zhao Heng. He will definitely achieve big things. Sun Yanning said with a smile. When he marries Moken, then we'll all be family. By then, if he becomes a commander or warlord in the military, letting you be a squad captain is totally possible. I twitched my lips, trying hard not to laugh. I finally understood why web novel protagonists love to play dumb and surprise people. Because it's really satisfying. When people put themselves in front of you, how can you not smack them? Meanwhile, in the next room, number 309, Qin-Chang, you should eat. Why aren't you eating? Ning Susu looked at the beautiful cold girl in front of her. Oh, wait. I think I just heard a familiar voice. Xia Qin-Chang frowned. He seemed to hear someone next door shouting Tiangang. Just call your acquaintance over, right? But do you even have any friends in Shinhaizhou? Oh, it's my tenant. Tenant? That's the best. Invite them over for a meal. You'll be best friends from now on. Ning Susu squinted her eyes into crescent moons as she smiled. Xia Qin-Chang gave an awkward smile. Why are you still shy? What's there to be afraid of? Your tenant's next door, right? Then just go say hi, that's fine, right? Ning Susu stood up. Xia Qin-Chang nodded. He could tell the voice next door wasn't friendly. It was full of sarcasm. After all, Tiangang is someone Senior the favors. If he gets insulted, Senior Yi would lose face too. The 2 girls stepped out of the private room, heading toward 308. Tanigang, Liu Ryan broke up with you. So you're single now? Lin Moking suddenly asked. Yeah, that's right. Wow, that's pretty sad for you. Sad? I shook my head. Just at that moment, there was a knock at the door. Come in. Lin Heng thought it was a waiter. The door opened, and in walked 2 unbelievably stunning girls. Compared to them, Lin Moking lost all her shine. One was cool and elegant like an ice lotus. The other had a baby face and a voluptuous figure. She was exactly the type men like. Who is it? Qin-Chang, is your tenant that little sister? Ning Susu blinked curiously. No, it's her. Xia Qin-Chang pointed at me. Ning Susu was stunned. You sure it's a guy? Qin-Chang, you actually found yourself a man. You 2 are living together. Ning Susu shouted exaggeratedly. Living together? The Lin family members' faces changed dramatically. Lin Moking's face alternated between red and pale. She just mocked me for getting dumped, and I immediately found a noble girl, as gorgeous as a goddess, to live with.
Compared to Xie Qingcheng, she was totally an ugly duckling. Wang Heng looked completely shocked. The goddess he saw at the door was actually living with a C rank, kicked out loser guy. Hey, handsome. How did you win over my goddess Ya? If I hadn't seen you today, I would have thought my goddess Xisha was into girls. Ning Susu scooted over to my side. Maybe it's because I'm handsome. Ning Susu rolled her eyes. Forget it if you don't want to say. Trying to fool me with that excuse. You think I'm just some big-breasted airhead? Tan Gang, is she your girlfriend? Lin Moking asked with a frown. I was about to deny it. But Xie Qingcheng naturally hooked her arm around my wrist. I'm Xie Qingcheng, Tan Gang's new girlfriend. Nice to meet you. She gracefully extended her delicate hand toward Lin Moking. I looked at her in disbelief. Lin Moking looked upset, because she realized her boyfriend's eyes were almost glued to Qingcheng. Ning Susu exclaimed nearby, "Oh my gosh, my ice princess has a boyfriend. I'm totally shipping these two." Lin Hong glanced at Xia Qingyang's profile, frowning. The name sounded familiar to her. She pulled out her phone to search. Instantly, she was stunned. Xia Qingsheng, 18 years old. The young miss of the Xie clan, one of the 5 noble families of the imperial capital. Tan Gang's girlfriend. She was actually the young miss of the Xie clan, one of the imperial capital's 5 families. How is that possible? The Xie family heiress came to Xinheizhou. Could it be for Tian Gang? Lin Hong was completely shocked. Honey, what are you looking at? Sun Yunning, absent-minded, leaned over to look at the phone. The young miss of the Xie clan, one of the imperial capital's 5 families. Sun Yunning cried out in surprise. Her face was full of disbelief. Mom, what did you say? Lin Moking was dumbfounded too. This girl, who completely outshines her, turned out to be from the imperial capital. Thinking of her earlier mocking of me, Lin Moking's face turned bright red. Whether it's Liu Ryan or Xie Qingcheng, they're both way better than Lin Moking. You're the young miss of the Xia family from the imperial capital? I looked completely astonished. Xia Qingcheng nodded, as if it was nothing. No way, little handsome guy. You didn't know Qingcheng's identity? TSK, 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 is this that novel scenario of a rich heiress falling for a poor guy, and then they elope together? I feel like I'm shipping them more and more. Ning Susu giggled, covering her mouth. Meanwhile, Wang Heng watched Xia Qingcheng and me being so close, gritting his teeth in jealousy. He couldn't figure out, was the Xie family heiress blind? Why would she pick Tian Gang with no talent, no background, just a loser? He was rank talent. Way better than Tian Gang. Why wasn't he the one Xia Qingcheng chose? At the same time, somewhere else. Because I awakened an SS rank monster. Seismic Rock. Xinheizhou TV station wanted to interview me. They wanted me to share a little about life experience with students about to take the college entrance exam. But they couldn't find me. Luckily, they got my contact info from Jin Pingtao. Yes, this is Tian Gang. Right, I'm at the Shiguan Grand Hotel. I hung up the phone. Frowned. The journalist said they're coming to interview me. What's wrong? Zhao Tian, Lin Hong asked. Nothing, just some journalists coming later. The reporters exchanged looks. Surprised expressions. Wang Heng exclaimed in surprise. Could it be? The journalists know Xie Qingcheng is here. Who would the journalists most likely interview? Of course, the Xia family heiress, Xia Qingcheng from the imperial capital. But why did they call it Tian Gang? Could their relationship have leaked? Imperial capital socialite, and a guy with no money, connections, or talent, who's also an unemployed dropout. If this gets exposed, it would shake the internet. I'd definitely be attacked online. Thinking of this, Wang Heng became excited. If I couldn't handle the pressure and broke up, it'd be his chance. Wang Heng showed a sleazy grin. Tan Gang, bro. Did you tell the journalists which private room you're in? No, look at you. You're really unreliable. If you don't tell them which room, how will they find you? Let me go out and meet them. Moking, you want to come with me? Wang Heng winked at Lin Moking. Lin Moking was stunned for a moment, quickly hurried to go along. Yeah, I'll go with Wang Heng to greet the journalists. The two walked out of the private room together. I frowned. These two were pretty hostile just now. Why the sudden kindness? Why did you call me out here? Lin Moking, stepping out of the private room, frowned and asked. Honey, listen to me. Look at Tian Gang. Isn't he dating Xia Qingcheng now? Yeah, so what do you think? Who are those journalists coming to interview? Who here is so influential that journalists would come interview Xia Qingcheng? Think about it again. How did they get Tiangang's phone number? And how did they know Xia Qingcheng would be with Tiangang? Could it be that the reporters found out that Xia Qingcheng is dating Tiangang? Wang Heng gave a sly smile. So Tiangang just some nobody. If the reporters expose him for dating the heiress of the Xia family in the imperial capital, what do you think would happen to him? Maybe the Xia family elders won't even have to step in. All of Xia Qingcheng's suitors are enough to make him suffer. Isn't this a bit too much? Too much? In what way? Didn't you say he turned you down before and totally embarrassed you? Since he already embarrassed you, why would you care about his feelings? We're just giving things a little push, that's all. After saying that, the two walked into the hall. Soon, several people carrying microphones and cameras came in one after another. Wang Heng stopped them as they came by. Hello, are you reporters? Yes, I'm a reporter from Shenheizhou TV station. My name is Bai Lin, the professional woman replied. That's great. You must be here to interview Miss Xia Qingcheng, right? Miss Xia is in room 309 right now. Her boyfriend Tiangang is there too, Wang Heng said with a smile. Bai Lin and the others were stunned. This Xia Qingcheng? Yeah, aren't you here for the heiress of the imperial capital Xia family? Xia Qingcheng. Wang Heng froze in place. Huh? The heiress of the imperial capital Xia family? She's here at the event too. Yeah, didn't you guys come for her? Then who are you here for? Wang Heng frowned. There's no one in that private room worth a reporter's attention. Could it be he suddenly thought of a shocking possibility? He excitedly shared. Are you here for him?
He's an S rank awakened from the Hurricane Academy.
Bai Lin just looked at him like he was an idiot. Who are you? Wang Heng was stunned. My name is Wang Heng. I'm a student at Hurricane Monster Academy. S rank awakened. Bai Lin shook her head. Never heard of you? Wang Heng was totally dumbfounded. So, who did you actually come for? You didn't come because you heard the Xie heiress was at Shanghai and is also Tiangang's girlfriend. So you decided to interview Xia Qingcheng through Tiangang? Bai Lin paused for a second. She gave him a thumbs up. Kid, that's exactly the kind of imagination a journalist should have. Want to come work at our station? Wang Heng listened and instantly got a face full of black lines. Still, I can't believe Tiangang actually has a girlfriend. And she's the Xia heiress? Now that's a huge story. He just broke up with his ex-girlfriend, Liu Ryan. Bai Lin's eyes lit up. She got very excited. Classmate, can you take me to Tiangang's room? Wang Heng nodded. But first, you have to tell us who it is you're here for. Who else could it be but Tiangang? Bai Ling looks amazed. He's the first ever SS level awakened in Shanghai Prefecture's history. He even surpassed Bu Yumo from 30 years ago. Even the deputy leader, the Shangan of the Tianxi Order, noticed him. He became legendary overnight at the awakening ceremony. Are you serious, classmate? Did your family just get internet access? You really don't know this. Just look it up online, you'll see. Tiangang is the pride of our Shanghai Prefecture. Everyone should look up to him. Bai Ling pats Wang Heng on the shoulder. Lin Moken and Wang Heng are already frozen like statues. When did Tiangang become this amazing? Meanwhile, inside the private room, Lin Hong, Xia Qingcheng, and I were chatting idly. The door to the private room opens. Lin Moken and the other walk in looking defeated. A group of reporters follows behind. You're back? Lin Hong asked. The two of them look totally deflated. Bai Lin brings everyone over in front of me. The camera is aimed straight at Tiangang. Classmate Lin Hong is totally confused. What's going on here? They're interviewing Tiangang. Lin Moken hangs her head down. She mumbles softly. Why are they interviewing Zhao Ming? Did they make a mistake? If anyone gets interviewed, it should be his girlfriend, Xia Qingcheng. Lin Hong is baffled. She can't understand how things flipped so quickly. Both of them turned into ostriches all of a sudden. Ning Susu links arms with Xia Qingcheng. She laughs playfully. Qingcheng, your little boyfriend is kind of a celebrity. But if these reporters found out who you really are, wouldn't they just ditch him and start interviewing you instead? Xia Qingcheng smiles calmly. I don't think so. Tiangang is actually pretty capable. Besides, he's not my boyfriend. He's just a tenant. Don't say things like that. Fine, whatever you say. Just a tenant living under the same roof. Even Ning Susu is a bit curious now. For someone even Xia Qingcheng admits is impressive. Maybe everything they said before about Tiangang being expelled and awakening a weak beast was all a lie. Not until now. Finally, Bai Lin is ready. She asks the first question. Hello, Tiangang. As the first ever SSS level genius in Shanghai Prefecture's history, do you have anything you'd like to say to current students who are about to take the college entrance exam? As soon as these words are out, Lin Hong is totally shocked on the spot. Ning Susu's jaw is practically on the floor too. Tiangang, SS level awakened? Top honor. Lin Hong is stunned in place. So my SS level answer was actually real. They just assumed I was bragging. Their arrogance kept them from believing that someone who lost his parents, who should be on their level, if not even lower, could suddenly rise so high. Sun Yuning's face is completely flushed. Reality is like a loud slap in the face, stinging hard. I didn't do anything, and I didn't explain either, because they're not even worth wasting my time. Just by standing here, I already have countless people wanting to get close to me. Even journalists are rushing in to interview me. Lin Moken is so ashamed. She wishes she could crawl into a hole in the ground. She thought she could use her boyfriend to put me down. But now I've become the greatest genius in Shanghai Prefecture history. As for her so-called genius boyfriend, he's not even qualified to carry my shoes. Wang Heng is even more stunned. She thought she was gifted and bragged about mentoring me in the future. But with just one sentence from me, he probably can't even stay here anymore. Qingcheng, your little boyfriend really is something. He's actually SSS level awakened. Wow, a genius like that appeared in Shanghai Prefecture, and I didn't even hear a thing about it. Ning Susu vigorously shakes Xia Qingcheng's arm. Xia Qingcheng gives him a sideways glance. It's not just that you didn't hear anything. I even knew about him when I was in the imperial capital. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made a special trip here. It's your own fault for playing games all the time. If you even just watched some short videos, you'd have known. Right now, I look straight into the camera, calm as ever, not caring about anyone else's shock or regret. There's always been something I want to say. I want to tell all the students soon to take the college entrance exam. Bai Ling looks full of anticipation. As the top genius in Shanghai Prefecture, my story is bound to be compelling. If you awakened a weak monster, don't lose heart. Because losing heart is pointless. If you awaken the powerful monster, don't get arrogant. Because arrogance is pointless too. No matter how strong you are, you'll never be as strong as me. That's it. That's my story. Bai Ling quickly turns her head. Cut this part. But Bai, this is a live stream. Haha, I'm cracking up. This guy is way too good at talking. No matter how strong you are, he's still stronger. How did I never notice he's such a narcissist? Ning Susu laughs so hard she's shaking. Xia Qingcheng watches him with concern, worried he might fall from laughing so much. Susu takes it as a joke, and as another SS level, Xia Qingcheng doesn't care either. But to Wang Heng, it's like a demon-revealing mirror. Wang Heng is filled with bitterness. Tiangang is right. No matter what she does, she never be stronger than him. She's destined to be beneath his feet. There's no point resisting. Lin Hong lets out a deep sigh, feeling overwhelmingly regretful. If only he treated me well after Luo Zhuan died. Instead of rushing to distance himself, maybe I'd help him out in the future. But one wrong move. Now we're worlds apart. Interview's over. I sit back down. The table is full of dishes. The Lin family and Wang Heng aren't moving at all. No one's picking up their chopsticks? Then I guess I will. A hint of mockery flashes in my eyes. You eat, Tiangang. You eat, Lin Hong quickly flatters. I shake my head. I'm already full. Uncle Lin, the meal was very good. No need to invite me again. I scoff coldly, put down my chopsticks. Lin Hong knows perfectly well. They've completely offended me now. Tiangang, it was Auntie's fault just now. I apologize to you. Yes, Tiangang, I apologize too. I shouldn't have made fun of you. Tiangang, I've always. Wang Heng didn't recognize your greatness. Please don't hold it against me. As soon as I stand up, Sun Yunning and the other two quickly apologize. Well, if apologizing worked, why have the police at all? I give them a cold glance. Uncle Lin, I call you that, because of your friendship with my parents. But after today, that friendship ends here. With that, I leave the room without looking back. Xia Qingsheng silently puts down her chopsticks. What a shame. They missed out on a golden opportunity. But that's just how the world is. Those whose virtue doesn't match their status cannot grasp luck even when it falls upon them. He smiled slightly, pulled along Ming Susu, who was devouring her food, and left. Let's go, we'll eat next door. I'll order a whole table just for you. Lin Hong sat in her seat, face pale, and sighed helplessly. Luo Zhuan, you've raised a good son. It seems I truly fall far short of you. Sun Yunning and the other two lowered their heads, their eyes full of lingering fear. After a moment, Wang Heng spoke. Lin Moken, let's break up. Lin Moken looked at him in disbelief. Your whole family is nothing but bad luck. You actually made me offend Tiangang. Standard double quotes. If Tiangang decides to pursue this, I'm completely finished. Behind him is the Nine Skies Cloud Dragon, the Chang'an. Wang Heng's expression was grim. Wang Heng, you're overthinking it. No matter what I, Lin Hong, have become, I've still had a friendship with the Luo family for many years. I've watched Tiangang grow up since he was a child. He won't care about such trifles. To him, a mere nobody is not worth him specifically using his connections to threaten. Lin Hong scolded coldly. But breaking up is fine as well. Moken, you need to keep your eyes open when choosing a boyfriend in the future. Don't just bring any old trash home. Having talent doesn't mean they have good character. Lin Moken nodded dejectedly. Who cares? Wang Heng snorted coldly, turned, and left. And at this moment, I was in the private room next door. I'm quite curious. A young lady of the prestigious Xia clan from the imperial capital, deliberately getting close to a poor student like me. What exactly is it for? I asked. It's very simple. Xia Qingcheng put down her chopsticks. I once tried to become a disciple of the Chang'an, but I was rejected by the senior. Yet, for your sake, he traveled all the way to Xinghai High, and even went so far as to kill a military commander. Now, the three heroes of the Qin family in the imperial capital are impeaching him in the military. His situation is very delicate. Tiangang, what on earth is so special about you that senior they would help you to this extent? Standard double quotes. Keep in mind, I am also an SS level awakener, and I've never been second to anyone. Her brilliant starry eyes stared at me, full of confusion. So that's how it is. Miss Xia, you're just jealous of me, I said with a faint smile. Xia Qingcheng suddenly stood up. Her face instantly turned red. How could I possibly be jealous of you? Senior the must have his own reasons for doing this. He obviously has his own plan. You ask how I know? Maybe I just caught his eye more, you know. I shrugged. That's impossible. No way. It's really that simple. Xia Qingcheng didn't believe it at all. So even if I told you the truth, you wouldn't believe it. Besides, this is something you should ask him about. Seeing him still stubbornly staring at me, I let out a sigh. As the saying goes, Ning Susu, who was chewing on a chicken leg, suddenly spoke up. When you can't decide something, just fight it out. You two should have a fight. Maybe after you fight, Qingcheng will understand. I can be your judge. Xia Qingcheng thought for a moment. Susu makes a good point. Tiangang, we really could have a match. But if it's a duel, once things get heated, I can't control myself. It would be bad if you got hurt. How about we go outside the wall to the Shinheizhou military headquarters and hunt the monster ranked 45th on the leaderboard? The bronze ranked, first stage flowing water toad. Let's see who can hunt it first. If I win, you have to tell me why senior that chose you. What if I win? That's impossible, you won't win. Then I'm out. Xia Qingcheng bit her silver teeth. Fine. If you win, from today onwards, I'll be your follower. If you tell me to go east, I definitely won't go north. Deal. It's a promise. A playful smile flashed across my face. Xia Qingcheng was stunned. Why does it feel like I've just walked into the devil's lair? Ning Susu's mouth also dropped open. If Xia Qingcheng loses, isn't she basically selling herself away? If the Xia family in Imperial Capital finds out about this, all hell will break loose. Leaving the restaurant, we headed straight to the Shinheizhou military headquarters. What? You want to go outside the wall? No way, absolutely not. Mo Rushan shook his head like a rattled drum. You all know how important you are to Yangsha. Right now, the most important thing is the upcoming Yangsha University entrance exam. Chief Mo, I know you're looking out for us, but I really think you don't need to worry. It's just a bronze-ranked monster. For me, Xia Qingcheng, that's nothing. Xie, Qingcheng's eyes narrowed slightly. A chilly aura suddenly emerged. An icy crack mirage flickered behind her. The mark on her chest was clearly Ironstone ranked. Ironstone ranked. Miss Xia, I remember you only awakened your monster a month ago, right? Mo Rushan looked utterly shocked. For me, the so-called iron-ranked level honestly can be completely ignored. Xia, Qingcheng said indifferently. Wow, that's amazing. Our Qingcheng is really incredible. Ning Susu clapped excitedly, hopping up and down nearby. Susu, why are you stirring things up again? I'm not causing trouble. Uncle Mo said I also have to go outside the wall with Qingcheng. Ning Susu said loudly. Mo Rushan slapped his forehead and instantly got a headache. Ning Susu is the daughter of Ning Yuan, governor of Shinheizhou. Shinheizhou has both a civil and military authority. The governor and military chief govern together. The governor actually has more power. No exaggeration, really. Ning Susu is truly the little princess of Shinheizhou. It's just her talent is honestly terrible. She awakened a D-rank monster, the iron-eating beast, with such a goofy look, other than being a pet.
Its only use is probably eating.
If it went outside the wall, the monsters would be thrilled. No way, that's not happening. Miss Xia has real strength. But you, what strength do you have? Iron ranked, level 0.5. Ning Susu tapped her head with a cute gesture. That means you haven't even condensed your own mark yet. At least you're honest. Mo Rushan was speechless. A D-rank monster with no mark. Isn't any different from a house cat? What about you, Tiangang? What's your strength right now? Even though I know you beat Zhang Peng, who's iron-ranked level 5 at the awakening ceremony. You defeated iron-ranked level 5 Zhang Peng. But if you're only at iron-ranked level 5, I still won't let you go out. Mo Rushan ignored the little princess and turned to me. I paused for a moment. Iron-ranked level 1. No way. Absolutely not. Even Xia Qingcheng was trying hard not to laugh. Tiangang, maybe you should just give up, so Chief Mo won't have to worry about your safety. I thought for a moment. You all wait here and don't wander around. Wait for me just a moment. Saying that, I turned and walked out of the office, leaving everyone stunned. I walked straight to the bathroom, opened a stall and went in. Reached into my pocket, 3 vials of fresh blood and 3 shining beast cores appeared in my hand. Blood and beast cores from 3 bronze-ranked third-stage monsters. Devourer launched. My hand turned into a gluttonous beast. My claws crushed the 3 vials of blood. Normally you have to dilute monster blood before absorbing it. Bathing in it is complicated and low efficiency. Even at SS rank, at most you get 80%. And beast cores need to be evolved. But with Devourer, none of that matters. It's not a problem at all. Bazal 3 vials of blood dripped on me. Inside me, the Devourer seemed to open crimson eyes. A terrifying suction force completely absorbed all the blood's power in an instant. Not a drop was wasted. And started refining my body. Then the beast cores. I swallowed all 3 beast cores in one go. Boom, blood flames surged. The bathroom was bathed in a red glow. Blood red like hell. So strong is this the Devourer's power. I could feel my strength increasing visibly. I stomped my foot. The tiles shattered instantly. A bloody phantom appeared behind me. Its roar shook the heavens and earth. Iron ranked level 4. Done. Those 3 vials of blood and beast cores boosted me by 3 minor levels. With Berserk King mode on, I shouldn't be weaker than Iron ranked level 10, but that's not enough to dominate. I turned my hand over. A vial of golden blood appeared. This was the gold-ranked monster the Chang'an gave me. Blood Fiend Volf blood. Honestly, using gold-level blood at my current rank, 99.9% chance I'll explode and die. The Chang'an also warned me. Only 1 drop at a time, and diluted. But I have Devourer. I crushed the vial on the spot. The blood hit the air. A thick, murderous aura instantly enveloped the entire building. A blood-red phantom of a demonic Volf rose up from the blood. It stared at me, baring its fangs, as if it was going to tear me apart the next second. What's happening? This aura. Did a monster break in? Inside the office, Mo Rushan suddenly stood up. This violent aura definitely means there's gold-ranked power present, and it's no weaker than him. Chief. A soldier from the military rushed in hurriedly.
I know.
Don't panic. Where's the source? Come with me to check it out. Mo Rushan waved his hand dramatically. He strode through the hallway with Xia Qingcheng. Seems like it's in the restroom. Restroom? Mo Rushan was stunned. Could it be that a monster really likes to have lunch in the restroom? They hurried to the men's bathroom door. A wave of scorching air blasted out, accompanied by an earth-shaking roar. No doubt about it. That's the aura of a gold-ranked monster. Stand back, all of you. Mo Rushan shouted loudly. He transformed, his body enveloped in a fluorescent glow. He turned into a figure clad in silver armor, with the head of a Volf. A crescent mark on his forehead glowed vividly. A long sword hung at his waist. A class monster. Stealth blade silver Volf. Gold rank, level 6. Everyone stand back. Silver moon 1 blade. The long sword was drawn suddenly. He sliced open the restroom door. That's a blood demon Volf. Mo Rushan stared in shock at the blood-red giant Volf floating midair. An apparition, Chief Mo. Don't come closer. I'm opening the stall, and stepped out, facing off with the blood demon Volf.
His target is me.
It's just a beast that's already dead, and it still wants to kill me. What makes you think you can? I sneered coldly. Only now did Mo Rushan realize the blood demon Volf didn't have a physical form. It was just evil resentment given shape. Tiangong, you used the gold-ranked essence blood given by deputy leader the... Yes, so now I need to absorb it. I said indifferently. You're crazy, Tiangong. With your strength, even just a drop of gold-ranked monster blood would be enough to tear your body apart, and you're actually trying to absorb a whole one. Huo Rushan looked utterly incredulous. Xia Qingcheng and Ning Susu also rushed in. Tiangong, you're insane. Even if you want to power up, you don't need to do something like this. Xia Qingcheng's expression changed drastically. Just watch me. I looked at the snarling blood demon Volf. With amusement on my face. Wanna kill me? Wanna strike back at me? Bring it on. Otherwise, I'm going to consume you. Blood Fiend Volf flew into a rage. A violent aura surged. Crimson light blazed brightly. It charged straight ahead, rushing toward me. Come at me, Devourer. I burst out laughing. My eyes turned blood red. A crimson Devourer phantom appeared behind me. It opened its huge bloody jaws and swallowed my body in one bite. The space trembled. I was engulfed in thick blood-red flames. Waves of energy swept like a storm. The crimson glow faded. My 3-meter-tall imposing figure emerged. Almost reaching the ceiling, Xia Qincheng's pupils contracted. Seeing it with her own eyes was 100 times more shocking than the video. Even her Ice Phoenix Flame Sovereign was in awe of this aura. This is an unrecorded SS-level monster. Devourer, come forth. I stepped forward and smashed my fist at Blood Fiend Volf's head. Immediately after, on my chest, the closed-eyed, fierce face suddenly opened its eyes. Its gaping, bloody mouth. Its eyes lit up. Blood-red rune patterns spread. A terrifying suction, like a tornado, completely engulfed Blood Fiend Volf. How is this possible? He's actually going to swallow Blood Fiend Volf in one bite. Mo Rushan and the others were utterly shocked. This is the overwhelmingly dominant devouring power of the Devourer. Blood Fiend Volf let out an unwilling wail. Its essence turned into crimson energy and surged into my body. My aura skyrocketed at a visible speed, until the rank prompt changed. Iron time. The crimson light dimmed. I reverted out of my transformation. With this, Chief Mo, am I qualified to go beyond the wall now? I rubbed my head and smiled slightly. Mo Rushan was already stunned, swallowed a gold-grade blood essence in one bite, and jumped straight to the iron class in one step. Many sophomores can't even reach this level, and I awakened less than 3 days ago. At this moment, he finally understood. The gap between a genius and ordinary people is like a chasm. If anyone ever says talent doesn't set the ceiling, he'd give them 2 big slaps right away. For a true genius, their minimum is already your maximum. Tiangong, I think I finally understand a bit why Senior Yi chose you. Xia Qingcheng's gaze flickered, but I won't admit defeat. I've never let anyone look down on me my whole life. A flash of flame and freezing cold passed through his eyes. His Ice Phoenix Flame Sovereign has 2 forms, after all. Meanwhile, Ning Susu was bouncing around like a fool on the side, shouting loudly, "How Tiangong, I permit you and Xia Qingsheng to leave the wall. But you are both talents of Yangsha. I need to protect you in secret. Is that okay?" Mo Rushan asked earnestly. I thought for a moment and nodded. Sure. All right, then I'll trouble you with that. Oh yeah, that means I can go out and have fun too. Ning Susu shouted excitedly. Xia Qingsheng gently tapped her on the head. We're not going out to play. It's extremely dangerous outside the wall. We're only staying around the wall, just roaming within 3 kilometers. Go any farther and powerful beast monsters appear. Susu, do you know how many sacred squats get wiped out outside the wall every year? Those warriors' blood was not spilled in vain. This is a very serious matter. Don't think we're just there to have fun. All right, I'm really sorry. Qincheng, I was wrong. Ning Susu held her head, full of apology. A blue glow lit up Yangsha's military teleportation array in Xinheizhou. The 4 of us disappeared in an instant. Through the teleportation array, we can reach the Yangsha military base. This base circles all around the wall. If the wall is breached, this place will bear the brunt. All 36 regions and 72 provinces have their own territory here. Mo Rushan led us out of the formation. A chilling, murderous aura hit us head-on. Even the air here felt much heavier. At this moment, Ning Susu's eyes widened. The base is separated from the ruins by just one wall. Xie Qingcheng spoke. She had come here once with her father. That time, the Star Moon Beast Tide broke out, and Yangsha's soldiers fought their way through the 100-mile ruins. The land was paved with blood. Corpses were everywhere. She still remembers the bloody scene vividly. Rumble, the ground shook as figures approached in the distance. Giant beasts more than 10 meters tall marched in line, each carrying a massive spear and holding a giant shield. Their armor was covered in rust, stained with all kinds of blood. Determination and resilience shone in their beastly eyes. Their muscles were always tensed, ready for combat at any moment. Hunter beasts, class monsters. Their main feature is their huge size. They're extremely strong, but their growth potential is limited. Many people awakened as these monsters, patrolling day and night. After a while, they even forget if they're human or a monster. Xia Qingcheng looked grim. They are the cannon fodder that charged the front in Star Moon Beast tides. But in reality, they're holding this city to the death. I felt a bit heavy inside. People kept stressing the world was cruel. But I never felt any danger staying inside the wall. Until I came here. I realized how naive I was. This is hell on earth. The air is always thick with the smell of blood. The roars of monsters echo outside the wall. Countless monsters want to break through the wall and turn humans into food. Let's go, we're heading to the teleportation array. Mo Rushan led us forward. Beyond the teleportation array are the ruins. But by then, you'll see this brutal world with your own eyes. He handed a map to Xia Qingyang. The monster you need to kill, the stream monster frog, is at a lake about 3 kilometers outside the city. As long as you're not in mortal danger, I will absolutely not intervene. Xia Qincheng nodded slightly. The two of us disappeared into the teleportation array. Meanwhile, 3 mercenaries were lying in the grass by the ruins lake. Boss, are you sure the stream monster frog will show up? Of course, the stream monster frog loves to eat fish. This grade 3 iron fish is delicious and tender. It's their favorite. A stream monster frog away from water can only fight at maybe 1/10 or 1/12 of its strength. Soon this monster, ranked 45th on the hunting list, will be ours. Turns out in the monster era, the requirements for joining the military are extremely high. So mercenary groups sprang up. They care for nothing but profit. They're devious and cunning, even looting on the battlefield. They're called battlefield wild dogs. And they're extremely hated. Suddenly, the water started shaking violently. The next second, a huge blue creature leaped out. The stream monster frog was 3 meters long. Its tongue could stretch over 10 meters, capable of controlling water flow. Its skin was covered in mucus, which protected it from close combat attacks. It's here! Hide! The stream monster frog is very alert. Don't let it notice us, Captain Liu Li whispered. But they underestimated the frog. It can sense threats through air currents. Croak, the monster frog bellowed. A crimson tongue shot out like a sword. It was impossibly fast. How could he have noticed it? The 3 men's faces changed dramatically. A young man's head was pierced by the tongue right then and there. The waterflow monster frog wrapped it tightly. It pulled him back and swallowed him whole. It patted its belly. Its eyes were full of mockery. Brother, let's go. Hurry, Li grabbed the other person and ran frantically. The waterflow monster frog wasn't worried at all. It jumped up in one leap. A giant shadow loomed over the two. Hurry up, we're doomed. I'm about to die here. At that moment, a blue light flashed through the air. A brilliant blue ice phoenix appeared. Its feathers were like silk. It radiated a chilling cold like millennia-old ice. The 2 experts' faces changed dramatically. Step back, Xia Qingcheng told them. Liu Li pulled her companion. They hid behind a big tree to watch the fight. With a sweep of its wings, the ice phoenix shot cold spikes. The chill turned into icy darts flying at the monster frog. So strong the ice phoenix is only iron level. But it's just as powerful as a bronze level beast. Liu Li looked shocked. If the waterflow monster frog gets killed by it, we won't get any reward. I spent over 10,000 buying tasty fish and lost a teammate. Now we get nothing. That doesn't seem fair. A look of resentment and greed flashed in Liu Li's eyes. Why? Why didn't he come sooner? If he'd arrived a bit earlier, my brother wouldn't have died, said the other young man. Sun Yuan's eyes were bloodshot. These mercenaries are so cruel and sly. Xia Qincheng saved them. Yet one only cared about losing his own gains. And another actually blamed him for being late. The prey escaped. The waterflow monster frog was furious. But it realized the ice phoenix was an even better target. Ice-type power was a huge boost for it. It was ecstatic and whipped its tongue at Xia Qingcheng like a long whip. At the same time, it sprayed purple venom. The poisoned arrows were incredibly powerful. Xia Qingcheng's ice spikes melt as soon as they touch. Something's not right. This flowing water frog's strength isn't just bronze rank 1. Xia Qingcheng is in grave danger. The pressure increases sharply. A cunning gleam flashes in the frog's eyes. The river behind boils up. 4 water cyclones suddenly shoot into the sky. They surge toward Xia Qingyang from 4 angles. This is its finishing move? We had faulty intel. Its level is actually bronze tier 3. Xia Qingyang's eyes are filled with panic. Why did you have to charge in so recklessly? You can't beat it anyway. A familiar voice calls out. I transform into a towering, blood-red figure. I come rushing over at full speed. I leap high into the air and land a foot on its back. Just borrowing your strength. Tiangang, how dare you step on me? Xia Qingcheng yells, embarrassed and frustrated. I'm just borrowing some strength. Don't sweat the small stuff. I rocket like a meteor toward the water column. Savage King's wrath. A terrifying force erupts. Blood flames surge. I swing the Devourer's fist, crushing it from afar. The main water column blasts apart under my punch. Way too weak. Pathetically weak. That's not even enough force to scratch an itch. Shock flashes in flowing water frog's eyes. It attacks again. 8 water columns roll and explode upward, shooting at me in midair. Peak of speed. I use the talent snatched from Zhang Peng. My speed skyrockets instantly. Check out my aura. Aura. I punch rapidly, knocking away all the water jets. I keep going straight for the monster frog. Golden light bursts out. A golden ROC shadow flashes past. I feel as if I've grown golden wings, becoming a ruler of the skies. In an instant, I appear right before the monster frog. I go all out and smash down with a punch. The flowing water frog is too terrified to move. Its head explodes into blood mist under my punch. I let out a long, exhausted breath. The fierce face on my chest splits open, drinking every drop of the frog's blood. I pull out the beast core, then break my transformation with the beast jade. Not far away, Xia Qingcheng looks at me with a complicated expression. Xia Qingcheng, I won. I wave my prize in the air and grin from ear to ear. I lost this one. Congrats, Tiangang. Xia Qingcheng nods. If I hadn't stepped in, he'd be dead or seriously wounded. A loss is a loss. You better keep your promise then. Of course I will keep my word. Thank you both for saving me. From behind a tree, Liu Li and Sun Yuan walk over. Liu Li's narrow eyes are locked greedily on me. On the beast jade and beast core in my hands, full of desire. The flowing water frog is valuable all over. Plus the military reward, that's nearly 100,000 at the very least. Enough for someone to get greedy. Thank you for saving my mom. Really, thank you so much. The two bow deeply, full of gratitude. I reply casually, it was nothing, just doing my part. Seriously, you both worked hard. Thirsty? I've got water here. And here's the flowing water frog too. Let me help carry it back for you. The corpse itself is worth money. Go on, Sun Yuan. Bring the body over. I can't let my benefactors do such heavy work. Liu Li gives the order. She takes out a little beast water pouch and hands it over. This stuff is super refreshing. It's standard combat supplies. Thanks, but we're not thirsty. Xia Qingcheng waves her hand. In the ruins, it's common sense not to drink from strangers, especially mercenaries. Are you worried we'll poison you? No way, we'd never do that. You're our lifesavers, Liu Li quickly explains. Okay, they're just being nice. No need to refuse. I snatch 2 pouches away, toss one to Xia Qingcheng, and give a secret wink. I'm dying of thirst. Damn, slaying that monster frog left me parched. I twist the cap off and chug it down in one go. Another one. Sure. Please help yourself. I've got plenty more. Liu Li hands me a few more pouches. I drink 3 in a row. Finally satisfied. Here you go, benefactors. How is it? Liu Li rubs her hands together slyly and gives a creepy grin. Not bad at all. Your water tastes great. Almost like there's a hint of poison. I nod in approval. Glad you like it. Did you say poison? Liu Li is stunned. Wait, man, you actually noticed. Sun Yuan is dumbfounded too. Yep, I reply calmly. To be precise, after the first sip, I could already tell. But I was just way too thirsty. So I didn't care. Liu Li wants to curse, but doesn't know if she should. Did you notice it too? She turns to Xia Qingyang. Xia Qincheng shakes her head, opens her mouth and spits out a chunk of ice. Froze it up. I just smile at San Yuan. Honestly, mercenaries like you are pretty easy to figure out. All you want is the flowing water, frog's body, the beast core and beast jade, to sell for cash. People die for money. Birds die for food. So I just played along. I have the Devourer's infinite absorption power. So strong poisons are basically a big boost for me. It doesn't affect me at all. So go ahead and try to kill me. I'm poisoned. I spread my arms and walk toward Liu Li. Blood energy surges around me, and a savage aura fills the air. Liu Li is full of doubt inside. That's what you call poisoned. No way I buy that. Sun Yuan yells out. He freezes for a second, then slams the frog's body on the ground, turns and flees. Think you can get away? My body flickers. Freeze them! Xia Qinsheng waves her jade hand. 2 icy walls, each over 10 meters tall, block their escape. Atomize and attack. The 2 flare up their power. C-class monster, drilling mouse. C-class monster, force python. The giant snake's head slams into the ice wall. The mouse starts tunneling underground. But it's much too slow. I drop from the sky, stomping down on the drilling mouse's head. A punch from a distance makes the force python's head buzz and ring. And with one last move, the 2 black iron level 9 beasts are beaten back to their original forms. No, don't kill us. We're mercenaries from Chenan Tech. The 2 beg for mercy, trembling. Chenan Tech? I frown. This is Shanghai City, a local mega corporation that specializes in the monster industry. Ningxia supports a bunch of mercenary groups, very protective of Chun and technology. If you kill me, Chun and technology won't let you off. Liu Li quickly spoke up, thinking she'd grabbed a lifeline. Oh, Chun and technology. This company is truly impressive. How come I never knew about it? Not far away, Mo Rushan walked over with Ning Susu. Exactly. The chairman of Chun and technology. Dong Ankin visited my dad just a few days ago. Ning Susu nodded. Chun and technology. Never heard of it. I've only heard of Yanwang technology. Uncle Tang and my dad are really close. Xia Qinsheng reminisced calmly. Liu Li was frozen in place. Who doesn't know Mo Kui Shou? Ning Susu is the governor's daughter. Even the chairman of Chun and Tech has to personally receive her. As for Xie Qinsheng, Yanhuang Technology is the top chairman in Yanghe. Tang Yanhuang is the only one who never joined the military. Yet he was granted the title of Battle King. This girl actually said Tang Yanhuang and her dad are close. What kind of background do these young people have? Liu Li was shaking all over with fear. Liu Li, Sun Yuan, you 2 are incredibly bold. You dare poison Yangsha's genius. Mo Rushan strode over. His tiger-like eyes glared. Do you know who these 2 are? One is Xie Qingsheng, the heiress of the Xie family from imperial capital. The other is the most talented person in all of Shanghai State's history. An SS level awakened. Tendao, you dare poison both of them. There's nobody in all of Yangsha who could escape consequences. You 2 look as pale as death. This time you really kicked the obsidian. Mo Kuisho, finish them off. I quietly said, okay. Mo Rushan made a gesture with his hand. 2 heads exploded in his hand. So, are you satisfied now? I nodded. All right, since that's the case, I hereby declare, this round goes to Tiongong. Mo Rushan exclaimed. He saw how terrifying Taudi is at devouring, and its explosive power. No way, Qincheng. From today on, you're Tiangang's personal maid. Ning Susu looked exaggeratedly shocked. The heiress of the Xia family from imperial capital lost to Xinghai's youth and became his follower. If this news got out, the pursuers from imperial capital might poison Xinghai's youth. Personal maid? That's nonsense. Well, it's pretty much the same thing.
Ning Susu looked love-struck.
I wasn't surprised at all. Victory came early, just as expected. Let's go, since this is settled. Let's hurry back. It's dangerous to stay in the wilderness for too long, Mo Rushan said. But when we returned to the camp, we found the place extremely lively.